A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
It's Moisturize, the new, all-new Rolly 903 cigarette. Listen. That jet of fresh, pure moisture stands for the new, different moisturized Rolly 903. New blend, new taste, new freshness. It's the new, all-new moisturized Rolly 903. Cigarette program starring Red Skelton with David Forrester and his orchestra, our singing star Anita Ellis, Gigi Pearson, Verna Felton, Pat McGee, and Wonderful Smith, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. It's a pleasure to bring you Metro Golden Mares, popular show-off, and the star of the Rolly Cigarette program, Red Skelton.
Al Jolson didn't get a better reception on Amos and Andy. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 903, Rod.
903, Red.
Aren't you glad you know what 903 means?
Huh? Well, yes, Red, but now that I do, I have nothing to look forward to. No mystery to unravel.
No? You got an option coming up you can worry about.
Well, Red, I see where your picture of the show-off is open in theaters all over the country. How's the picture doing?
Well, they almost banned it in Boston.
Why?
Well, in one scene, my garter showed. The film broke, and they thought that the bare screen was a little too suggestive.
Well, this being the first picture you made since you got out of the Army, what did the bosses at MGM think of your performance?
Well, they like it all right. Marjorie Main thinks I'm another tailor.
Really?
Yeah, she said I ought to go in the suit business. Hey, how'd you like my picture, Anita?
Well, I couldn't enjoy it because some fellow behind me kept whistling and clapping every time you came on the screen. And I finally turned around and hit him over the head with my umbrella.
No kidding. That's awful.
Well, what would you have done?
Well, I had an umbrella to hit you back.
Oh, I'm sorry, Red. I didn't know it was you. You sure get carried away with your pictures.
Yeah, the ushers carried me out 3 times. You know, you feel awful silly watching yourself on the screen, you know? But it's a lot of fun, though. How else could you eat a bag of popcorn and kiss Marilyn Maxwell at the same time?
What really impressed me about your picture was your serious acting with Jacqueline White.
Oh.
Why, at one point, you made the whole audience cry.
For their money back, huh? Say, did you like my love scene with Marilyn Maxwell? How'd you like that, Clyde?
Well, it was okay in that love scene, but you didn't kiss Maxwell long enough.
Well, I did before they cut it. You know, at the preview, they showed the picture. Our clinch lasted halfway through the newsreel.
Oh, Red, stop kidding.
No kidding. John L. Lewis came in and broke it up.
Listen. That jet of fresh, pure moisture stands for the new, all-new Rolly 903 cigarette. It's moisturized to stay fresh longer. It's moisturized to taste better. It's moisturized to smoke milder. Yes, this new Rolly 903 is moisturized by the revolutionary new 903 process. That fresh, clean, beneficial moisture penetrates every leaf, every fiber of Rolly's choice tobaccos, brings you new mellow taste, new mildness, new freshness. It's the new, all-new Rolly 903.
And medical science offers you proof positive. No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars.
Smokers, smoke this new Rolly 903. New blend, new freshness, new taste. You'll see the number 903 on the government stamp. This Rolly 903 is new, all new.
And medical science offers you proof positive. No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars.
Smoke the new, all-new Rolly 903. It's moisturized.
And now Anita Ellis will sing the old Rodgers and Hart favorite, Where or When.
Sometimes you think you've lived before all that you live today. Things you do come back to you as though they knew were. Oh, the tricks your mind can play. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. So it seems that we have met before and loved before and loved before, but who knows where or when.
At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Fred Allen for mentioning my name on his program last week. Wasn't that nice? Thank you very much. Now we open the story to the Skelton Scrapbook of Satire, and it's about department stores tonight.
The department stores of today are confronted with many problems, and to help solve disputes between the customer and salesperson, there is a gentleman known as the floor walker. Chapter 36 introduces our gentleman of diplomacy.
Walk. All day long, just walking around and looking at stupid people. People rush around here for things they can't get for people they don't like who don't want them anyway. I don't know how I could stand it if it wasn't that I was full of the old Christmas spirit. Floor walker? What's that, Bud?
I say, are you the floor walker?
Who do I look like, Bobby Walker?
Oh, I thought you were the floor walker, but that flower in your buttonhole puzzled me. Why do you wear a cauliflower?
I don't. It keeps sliding down from my ear.
My, you're happy.
No, I ain't.
You're whistling.
Yeah, I'm wearing a T-shirt, too, but I ain't drinking tea. I drink that, though. Hey, my name's Willie Lumplup. What can I do for you? I'm the floor walker.
Well, I'm here to do a story for my newspaper, the California Sun.
California Sun?
Comes out once a month.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are some of the duties of a floor walker?
Well, I have to watch to see that the customers are happy. See? And if they're happy, And I know they haven't been buying anything. I gotta watch each department to see that it's kept in order. You know, some pretty embarrassing things can happen. Like yesterday, a little boy stole a sign off the blouse counter and he put it over in the bathtub to display, see? Mm-hmm. Never so embarrassed in all my life.
Oh, what did the sign say?
It said, how would you like to see your best girl in one of these for $1.95?
I see you're wearing a discharge button.
What's that?
I see you're wearing a discharge button.
Yes, sir, boy. During the war, I served in the Army and Navy stores.
Did you ever spot any shoplifters and pickpockets?
Yeah, one shoplifter tried to sneak an icebox out of here, but we had it nailed down to the floor.
Did he get away with it?
Oh, no. We've always had that hole in the floor. You know, them pickpockets are pretty foxy, too. They'll come up and talk to you for a while, and then before you know it, they got your shirt and pants right off of you. I could never understand. Here, somebody give me a kimono, quick.
Chapter 37, The Impatient Customer.
Hey, what's the main crowd for here?
Soap. They have a limited supply of your favorite soap.
Oh, not mine. I'm beautiful. I'm engaged. I use Dutch cleansers. Why don't they open up the store? Gee, I'm in a hurry. I gotta catch a bus, you know.
They're opening the door now.
Oh.
Attention customers. Please do not rush. There are plenty of sewing machines, ice boxes, radios, and washing machines for everyone. The doors are now opening.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my head out of this shopping bag.
I wondered where I got that head of lettuce. Get going, Bob.
Can I help you, sir? Would you be interested in a new suit? What kind would you like? Something expensive or something like you're wearing?
Well, no, I just came in to deal.
Well, here's a beautiful imported model. Just run your hand over that herringbone weave.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Careful, careful. Oh, here, let me take the bones out of your fingers. Now, here, get into this coat.
Look, I don't want a suit. I only want a mousetrap.
Would you like trying the pants?
Well, the way this coat fits, I won't need any pants. Look, I'm in such a hurry. I only came in here for a mousetrap.
Any special kind?
Well, better than what I've got now. The mice are using it for rub down.
Well, that man over there will take care of it.
Okay. Gee, I hope I don't miss my bus. Oh, clerk.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Hello? Hardware department? No, we don't have any Christmas tree lights. No, we're using candles on the store trees. No, ma'am. No danger at all. Now, that talk about candles setting the tree on fire is a lot of baloney. I'll have to hang up now. I've got to go and slice some more bologna.
Clerk, have you got any mousetraps?
Oh, yes, sir. Just a second.
Well, what do you mean just a second? I've been hurry it up, will you? I got to catch a bus.
Oh, I'm sorry. We ain't got none that big.
Okay.
Chapter 38, The Department Store Janitors.
Working in the department store and only 7 more mopping days till Christmas. Wish I knew what to get Sarah do for Christmas. Maybe I'll get her a mink coat. I don't know, though. I don't think it would go with her skunk complexion. Let's see. One of them coats that cost about $5,000. I got $3.08 in the bank. Let's see. 3 from 5 would be, no, that'd only leave me $1. Maybe I could get her some nylon stockings. No, they don't sell them in 3, so that'll be all right. No, I wonder what she's going to give me. Last year she gave me a turtleneck sweater. She knows I ain't got no neck. Well, I guess I better get back to work here.
Howdy, Clem.
Well, Sarah, howdy doody to you, too.
Sure nice of you to help me clean the store, Clem. It's certainly good to see you working. You know, I thought you was going to be a bum all your life.
Me, too. But we all slip sometimes. I got my department all cleaned up. I think I'll mosey over and see if Santa Claus is in the toy department yet.
Why, it's too late. And besides, ain't you a little big for that sort of thing?
Well, I don't know. The Easter Bunny never complained. After all, I got to tell him what I want. I don't want to be forgotten like I was last year, you know.
You got something, Clem. Remember the sweater I gave you?
Yeah, but it was too big. That thing really stretched. The longer I wore it, the longer it got.
Oh, no, it really didn't stretch, did it?
Oh, no. I like things flapping around my ankles. 2 or 3 weeks before I took it out of the box. I better get along here with the cleaning up the store before it opens, Will.
Clem, I think this vacuum cleaner here is broke.
Well, maybe something's caught in the brushes. I'll just stoop down and take a look.
Watch out, Clem. You might get your nose caught.
Just turn the vacuum on. No, it's not.
Clem, be careful.
Don't forget them 2 ears in the bag,
down in the supply room where they keep the dummy models.
Well, I'll go down and see if I can get the sweeper for you. This must be the room here, window supply room. Awfully sorry, miss. I didn't know you were in there. What she's doing here at this time of the night, huh? Oh, she was kind of pretty, wasn't she? Miss, could I come in and get the vacuum cleaner? Would it be all right if I come in, ma'am? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? What's the matter? I got you spellbound, huh? Ain't never seen nothing like me before, have you? Oh, now you better stop looking at me like that, because I come from a family of people, boy, that girl look at a guy like that, kissing is in order. Okay, you're asking for it. Well, there went my garter. This charming lady here.
Oh, Clem, she's not a lady. She's a dummy.
Now, don't get smart alecky. She's a very pretty woman. I know a dummy when I see one. There's one over there.
Where?
Where I'm pointing.
Well, that's funny. He's pointing back.
Yeah. Besides, I know she ain't a dummy because she just kissed me.
Clem, you're the number 1 moron.
Well, then how come they ain't making a movie of my life story, huh?
She ain't real. Go on, kiss her again.
All right. Boy, her hands sure are cold, ain't they? Well, cold hands, warm heart. You know, I kissed her. Now, they stayed on that time, didn't they? Now, what's your plan, huh?
No, just kiss me.
Well, let's not get sickening about this.
Kiss me, Clem.
Okay.
Now, Clem, are you convinced? Do you see the difference?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I thought you was just jealous for a few minutes. Now, will you please get out of here and let us alone?
Listen. That jet of fresh, pure moisture stands for the new, all-new Rolly 903 cigarette. It's moisturized to stay fresh longer. It's moisturized to taste better. It's moisturized to smoke milder. Yes, this new moisturized Rolly 903 is unlike any Rolly cigarette you've ever smoked before. It's new, all new. New blend, new freshness, new taste. And remember,
medical science offers proof positive. According to tests certified by a jury of 14 doctors, no other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars.
the new Rolly 903 is moisturized by the revolutionary new 903 process. That fresh, clean, beneficial moisture penetrates every leaf, every fiber of Rolly's choice tobaccos. Brings you new mellow taste, new mildness, new freshness.
And medical science offers proof positive. No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars.
Smoke the new, all-new Rolly 903. It's moisturized.
David Forrester and his Rolly Cigarette Orchestra play Embraceable You by George Gershwin.
Chapter 39, Shopping with the Child. This is the story of a certain child in a store, which is worse than a bull in a china shop.
Are you all right, Junior?
Yes, but I don't want to carry these packages anymore. They're too heavy.
Well, it was your idea. You wanted to carry them.
I know it was my idea, but something went wrong. The longer I carried them, the heavier they get.
All right, I'll take the packages.
Okay, put your shopping bag down so I can get out. You've been banging me against the sidewalk too much anyhow.
Well, here. We're going into this department store. No. Don't let go of my hand, Junior. I don't want to lose you in here.
You don't?
No. They have a very efficient lost and found department here, and I'd probably get you back.
Oh. You sure does love me, don't you, huh?
Follow me through these revolving doors.
Through the revolving doors?
Junior, you're going out again.
Be right back.
Junior, come out of there.
I heard him getting dizzy. Pull me out the next time around.
Now, Junior, Why did you do that?
Oh, boy, I'm getting sick. I like to travel, you know. It's in me blood. I'm sort of a gypsy, you know. Round gypsies always sleep. Yeah, a gypsy. I meant like that.
Oh, heavens, look at this crowd.
Yeah.
Junior, is that you singing?
Yes, it is. I'm happy.
Well, what are you doing?
I won't tell you. I want you to be happy, too.
Now, what have you got in your hand?
Huh?
Just go a bit.
Okay.
Oh, my leg!
Is that all the thanks I get for giving him his garter back?
If I didn't have my hands full of parcels, I'd spank you good.
Well, I'm not going to offer to hold him for you, kiddo.
If you'll be a good boy, I'll buy you a box of mixed nuts.
A big box?
Yes.
Walnuts and pecans?
Yes.
Brazil nuts?
Yes.
And almonds?
Yes, everything they have.
Can't eat them. They get under me upper plate.
Come along. I'll take you to see Santa Claus. Maybe you'll be good then.
Yeah, I'm going to see Santa Claus. Hey, what does I do when he calls me up to him, huh?
Well, you get on his lap.
Yes.
And then you tell him all the good things you've done during the past year.
Oh. In other words, I just sit there and keep my mouth shut, huh? Hey, I wish I could think of something to get for Grandpa, you know.
Oh, I know what, Junior. Your grandfather needs a new hairbrush.
Yeah, you wore his last one out on me. I'm not going to buy a new booby trap for myself.
How about some ties for him?
He wants another tie like I want another whipping. Hey, you know what would be better? Buy him some toys. If you'd lend me the money, I could get him an electric train or a speedboat or some roller skates, you know.
Are you thinking of your grandfather or yourself?
She knows me pretty well, doesn't she? Hey, if you give me some money, and I could do some shopping.
Well, very well. Here's a penny.
A penny? Well, thanks, Sporty. Let's go see Jenny.
Yes, we will in just a minute. I want to see if they have any blood donors' red lipstick. You stay right here.
Okay, I'm going to stay here. Oh, look at that pile of bottles there on the counter. I wonder what's holding them up. I wonder if I took the one off of the bottom, the rest of them would fall. Maybe they would. Then again, maybe they wouldn't. Then again, I didn't know I'm standing here. Maybe you're not going to do this anyhow. Let's see. Now, I'll just pull the one off of the bottom like this. Nope, didn't work. I'll take the one from the middle. Nope. Anybody got a weak heart, you better go out and get a glass of water. Now, I'll try the one from the side here. Whoop. Nope, stubborn little rascal. Now I'll try one more.
Don't do it.
What, don't yell, you scared me.
Come on, Junior, we're going home.
No, I want to see Santa Claus.
Oh, all right, come on.
No, I'm going to see Santa Claus. Here is where he lives, and here is where he sits, and he's gone.
The sign in front of his chair says Santa's gone away to feed his reindeers. We'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What, you going to feed him with an eyedropper? I want to see him. No, I want to see Santa Claus. Please, Grandma.
But he's gone, child. Don't cry.
I want to see him.
My fault for sorry.
What did you want?
Bless his little heart.
Yeah, bless his little heart. He's around here someplace. I'm going to find him, too.
Junior, come back here.
Maybe he's behind this platform here. He probably saw me coming and ran, and I don't blame him at all, you know. Santa Claus. Maybe I'll stick my finger in this little hole. It's a button, maybe, to open up a secret door. No!
That's a cute lamb. It's like a little boy, and it lights up.
I've never been so shocked in all my life. Santa Claus, where is you? This is Junior, the little kid with the atomic background. Dumpy, Shiny. Dumpy, Shiny. Oh, what's that thing on the hook there? It couldn't be. Yes, it is, too.
Junior, what are you doing? Now, come with me.
No, look, I'm going to look for Santa Claus because he couldn't have gone very far away from here.
What makes you so sure?
Well, because, look, he'd get arrested for running around without any clothes on. Look, his suit's hanging right there on the wall. Look. Oh, maybe this fat man coming has seen him.
Junior!
Hey, Fatso, have you seen Santa Claus around?
Well, Well, he was here a few moments ago.
Well, if you see him, you tell him if he wants his red suit, he'll find it over at my house.
Okay, Sonny.
Goodbye.
Hey, little boy, come back here. Good heavens, come back here. Oh, dear. Remember, we'll all be back again next Tuesday at the same time. Until next Tuesday, then.
Red Skelton saying goodbye now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for buying rolls.
This is The Ford Show, starring Dinah Shore with Peter Lynn Hayes and Robert Emmett Dolan and his orchestra. And our guest for tonight, Phil Harris. All presented by the Ford dealers and Lincoln Mercury Dealers of America. And here is Dinah Shore.
She's a gal in calico down in Santa Fe. Used to have a Sunday beau, but he rode away. Does he want her? Does he want her love? Yes, sirree. Will he win her? Will he win her love? Wait and see. Now he's with a rodeo, goes from town to town. Sees most every kind of gal, every kind of gown. But who made his heart sing? Yippee-I, yippee-oh, his little gal in calico.
Do I want her? Do I want her love?
Yes, yes, sirree.
Am I hoping to be roping her?
Oh, wait and see.
Yippee-I.
He's with the rodeo.
Yippee-oh.
Goes from town to town.
Yippee-I.
Most every kind of gal.
Yippee-oh.
Every kind of gown. Who made his heart sing? Yippee-I, yippee-oh. His little gal in calico.
Good evening, friends. This is Dinah Shore, happy to welcome you to another Wednesday evening Ford Show. Our guest tonight is a fellow you've loved on the Jack Benny Show for years, and now you can catch him on his own show, too, the hotshot himself, Phil Harris. With us again is Robert Emmett Dolan and the orchestra making beautiful music together. And here, folks, is Peter Lynn Hayes.
Hello, Dinah. Well, it's December the 18th.
Yeah, Christmas only 1 week off.
Yep, just 7 days, 168 hours, and 3,934 renditions of White Christmas. And then, of course, Santa Claus walks through that old front door.
Wait a minute now. Front door, let's not upset a girl's beliefs here. By law, Santa Claus is supposed to come down the chimney.
Well, he can't come down Hollywood chimneys. They've got people living in them. You've seen those ads for rent, one-room brick apartment, private entrance.
Peter, you sound a touch on the cynical side about Hollywood's Christmas.
Well, Dinah, it's kind of hard to feel Christmassy in this climate. At Christmas time, I want sleigh bells in the snow, not foghorns in the smog. See, I want real holly, not paper mache. Real snow instead of soap flakes. You know, Dinah, I'd go 1,000 miles to get real snow.
Yeah? Well, you'll have to go farther than that to get soap flakes. Anyway, Pete, I think Christmas is in the heart. It doesn't matter what the weather's like.
Oh, maybe so, but I still feel a little peculiar when I walk down the street and see Santa Claus wearing a red suit with a bare midriff.
Oh.
Which does, however, make me think of one advantage Hollywood has.
Oh, it does have one, huh?
Yes, the Santa Clauses. You see, the department stores are able to get a lot of swell movie and radio actors to play Santa Claus.
Uh-huh.
They're very good. Of course, this could lead to difficulties, too.
Meaning?
Well, say, for instance, they hire one of those horror actors to play Santa Claus. He might sound something like this.
Hello, little boy. Well, you know something? You look good enough to eat. Well, Sonny, I hope you've been a bad little boy all year. That's fine. Now, what shall Santa bring you? A yo-yo? Why that? Why don't you let Santa bring you a little guillotine? A toy. You see, a toy guillotine is very educational. It gives you a chance to use your head. Well, Sonny, you see, Santa will be around Christmas Eve, and he'll have a big bag for little boys like you. And do you know what will be in it? Little boys like you.
Hey, see, Dinah, that guy probably lives at the Hollywood Plasma.
Say, Pete, you know, that idea has fascinating possibilities. For instance, how would you say a news commentator would do Santa Claus?
A news commentator? How about this?
Well, what have we now? Here's a young boy who wants a bicycle. Well, a bicycle requires oil, and oil means we must consider the situation in the Middle East. Yes, indeed. What about the Middle East? Has it ever occurred to you that the Middle East is between the Near East and the Far East? No, this is not an accident. And what about Russia? Why must the entire Russian people persist in speaking Russian? This is no accident. And what about China? China is 10,000 miles from the Middle East. This is an accident. Or is it? Perhaps. We shall see. However, Sonny, while this crisis exists, no bicycle, and good night.
Say, Pete, now tell me, how would you say a real ham would play Santa Claus?
Well, Dinah, it just happens that I have in my pocket a ham that was never really cured. An old Shakespearean actor.
What is this I see before me? A child? Hello there, you little... Hello, Sonny. Well, I understand I'm to play your living room Christmas Eve. I'll arrive at midnight and enter through the fireplace. Corny, but effective. But listen, my child, there's one thing I insist upon. If I do well Christmas Eve, I must be held over until New Year. Good day. To be or not to be. A ham descending a chimney. Trapped am I, and all because the contract contained a Santa Claus.
I'll close my eyes to everyone but you. And when I do, I'll see you standing there. I'll lock my heart to any other caress. I'll never say yes to a new love affair. I'll close my eyes to everything that's gay. If you're not there to share each lovely day, and through the years, those moments when we're apart, I'll close my eyes and see you with my
Now that we've all got our eyes closed, here's Tom Hannon with a message that'll open them.
Right, Dinah. Driving home along the highway the other evening, we came around a curve, and there by the roadside was a crowd of onlookers standing around the aftermath of a bad automobile collision. For some time, we discussed the appalling increase in accidents in our highways and what can be done about it. Well, I can tell you that Ford is doing something about it. For one thing, Ford builds into the lifeguard body the highest measure of safety possible to engineer into a car. First, the lifeguard body is built of heavy-gauge steel, welded into one strong unit. Even the doors are double-walled steel. And the lifeguard body is mounted on Ford's super-strong X-type frame, the same type frame which is used in America's highest-priced cars. You ride in fortress-like protection. Second, Ford's hydraulic king-sized brakes are the largest in the low-priced field. They could stop a car of twice the weight swiftly and with straight-line stopping action. These are just two reasons why people appreciate the extra safety of their new Fords. That's why it will pay you to wait for that Ford in your future.
Thank you, Tom.
Hiya, kiddies. Now, if you'll all settle down, here comes that gorgeous, magnificent Southern clown.
Phil Harris!
Thank you. I deserve it. Thank you. Oh, Dinah, my little turkey wing, my little honey child. Well, cut off my antlers and call me the yearling if it ain't good to be back with a real live Southern gal.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're gorgeous, honey. And I'm glad to meet someone from Dixie. That's my hometown, Dixie. I love old Dixie. Diksy. Dixie. Oh, I love it.
Gee, I know how you feel, Phil.
Oh, it's wonderful, Dinah. It's wonderful. You really don't know how wonderful it is. It's just, oh, I get all choked up when I look at you, baby doll.
Oh,
you just don't know, honey, you don't know what's been happening to me. I've been so lonely. I ain't been with nothing but Yankees.
Oh, there, Phil.
Oh, honey, them Yankees make me so miserable. They keep picking on me, and they've been winning all my money.
Oh. Well, how, Phil?
I've been betting on how the Civil War came out.
Yeah, I know, Philsy boy. You can relax now. It's okay.
Oh, thanks, honey, you little dove. Thank you.
That's all right.
Hey, Dinah.
Huh?
Say that again.
I said that's all right.
Well, honey, you're losing it.
What?
Your Southern accent.
Oh, well, Phil, I've been up north quite a while now.
But, Dinah, people like you and me, we can't lose our accents. How we live?
Well, Phil, you know, once you leave the land of cotton, Southern accent's soon forgotten.
Look away, gal, look away. You know, I've been getting along on only two things, my accent and my talent. Now, you take away my accent, and I'm left with nothing.
Well, I wouldn't worry about your accent, Phil. Nobody's ever going to mistake you for the mad Russian.
Natch. I ain't going to get mixed up with the Russian. That's because I remain loyal to the South. Now, I never forget the South for 1 minute. Why do you think I've stayed with Jackson Benny all these years?
Because he pays you in Confederate money?
Perish the thought. He uses no money, that character. I stay with Benny, nothing. Pays you off in a dark room under a 20-watt lamp. He don't use nothing. I stay with Benny for one reason. How can a man forget that he's from the South when every 2 minutes there's another fella auctioning off tobacco? That's why I stay
You're
with
so
him.
right.
I get saturated with good old Mason diction. That's what happens to me.
Well, Phil, what about my accent? I don't know.
I don't know, honey. I think you've been influenced by too much Northern comfort. That's what I think. You've been surrounded by too many Yankees. You got too many Yankees around you. That Peter Lynn Hayes and that fella, that Robert Emmett Donut or Dolan. They're no good for you.
Oh,
honey.
Phil, you're wrong. They've been wonderful.
Look, honey, you're a Southern lady, a delicate, lovely Southern lady, a flower, a tulip, a rose. And them bombs can plow you under. You know that.
Now, take it easy, Harris. Boy, for the first time since reading Gone with the Wind, I realized where the wind went.
Now, Peter, please, that's our guest.
Peter, don't let yourself be upset by this musical buffoon.
Mr. Dolan, my instrument happens to be the saxophone. And furthermore...
Fellows, please, Robert Emmett Dolan, Peter Lynn Hayes, Phil Harris.
You see, it's 6 names against 2. I keep trying to tell you. It don't make sense. Now, listen, Dolan, when it comes to music, you know that in this town I'm considered tops in my field.
You only dare say that, sir, because you know Spike Jones is on the road.
Now, Bobby, please.
Wait a minute. What makes this guy Dolan think that he's a better musician than me? He reads music. Oh, that's irrelevant.
A man who can't read music is not fit to mount a podium.
What are you dragging horseback riding in for, Buster? kind of talk is that? Now, it just so happens that I conduct just as well as if I could read music.
Oh, Phil, that's not possible. After all, suppose the band makes a mistake.
Sweetie, it don't matter. I'm tone deaf. What kind of talk is that? Now, it just so happens that I conduct just as well as if I could read music.
Oh, Phil, that's not possible. After all, suppose the band makes a mistake.
Sweetie, it don't matter. I'm tone deaf. Oh, Harris, you're hotter tonight than the floor of a Turkish bath. They've got some stuff in here that won't quit. Wait a minute. Listen, Mr. Dolan, if you want to hear how music really should be done, if you'll rouse those washboard players of yours up there and accompany me, I'll show you a few things.
Very well. Petrello, forgive me.
If you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Look me up. If you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Where the men are men and love it, and the gals are sure glad of it. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Everybody's gonna holler, howdy do, howdy do. Everybody there'll be saying, how are you, how are you? We raise corn for hot tamales and grow dollies for the follies. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Ask anyone for Rusty, everybody knows for me. They'll tell you where I'm riding at bar A, B, C, or D. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Look me up. We've got everything in Texas looking up. Looking up with the moonlight on the prairie and the gal that ain't contrary. There's a lot of fun in Texas. Look me up. Ask anyone for Phil Z, they'll tell you where I'm at. They'll say that I'm in Galveston with a box-back coat and a Stetson hat. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Look me up. We've got everything in Texas looking up. Am I right or Amarillo? Man, that state's a killer. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Bronco ride and take some practice, or you wind up on a cactus. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Where the gals are good at figures and the cowboys quick on triggers. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Every gal's a raving beauty. Hip-tie-tie-o-tie-o-dee. Oh, I can't wait to get back down there so I can hear it just once more. It goes like this. Don't y'all forget to come back. Sure glad you come by. Yeah. Bye now. Bye. I'm gonna build a Dolby Palace for my Alice down in Dallas. So if you're ever down in Texas, look me up.
Wonderful.
Well, you see, that makes a fellow like me a great artist, and well, I would say the number one Southern type comedian on the air. I have to say it. Thank you.
Phil, I'm all for you, but what about a fellow named Senator Claghorn?
Claghorn? Nothing to him. Always shooting off his mouth all the time, talking. I say, somebody knock there. I say.
Yeah, but Phil,
somebody rattle my bangle or something. I say, you ain't got your mouth open. You ain't saying nothing. You're just talking.
Yeah, but
what kind of a guy is that? I wonder he don't drive people nuts with all that chin wagging and stuff. The guy's always talking, yakety yak. Somebody, I say, somebody knock. If there's anything I can't stand, it's a fellow who's loquacious.
He's loquacious.
Yes, Dumplin', and it's vulgar. He's loquacious. Now, me, I'm a different type. High-quacious.
My gracious.
You know, the only reason that... Thank you, honey. I'm glad you got one in. Now, you know, the only reason that Claghorn's popular is because he calls himself the senator. People go for political characters. They call them demagogues.
Demagogue, just a minute. I think you're scared of Claghorn.
Who, me scared of Claggy? What are you talking about? Pete, that imposterous character, political character, well, I wouldn't have to fake it. Down where I come from, I could really get elected.
A musician?
Son, down my way, that is prerequisite. Sure glad to get that word out of here, boy. I've had trouble with you all day. Now, look, you know something? I'd make a great politician. Why, my name would be right up there next to Andy Jackson.
I can see it now. Ignoramus and Andy.
Now, never mind, Pete. Phil would really appeal to the folks. He could do a great campaign over the radio.
Why, I'd fracture the folks. I wish I had a chance to try to campaign.
Okay, we'll give you a chance. Folks, The next portion of our evening will be devoted to Mr. Harris's congressional campaign. Bobby, political music, please. Folks, you are listening to a broadcast on behalf of our congressional candidate, Mr. Filibuster Harris, and here is the hotshot candidate himself.
Greetings, folks, greetings. And hiya, Dinah. How do you like my new suit? It's what they call a political suit.
A political suit?
Yes, Gab Ardeen. Oh, Congress, are you in for some hilarity? Well, folks, to start off this evening, I want you to hear a few words on behalf of my campaign from my old Southern friend, Judge Peter Lynn Beauregard.
Friends, I want to find a cattle family, kill our service.
Oh, what a beautiful tribute.
Yes, it was, and thank you, son, thank you. Now, friends, here's a word from my character. In behalf of my character, from my campaign manager, Colonel Peter Lynn Burns. Come in, Mr. Burns.
Thank you, folks. I've known Filibuster Harris here for a long time. Some folks say he's a horse thief. Some say he rustles cattle. Some say he embezzles from banks. Well, I asked Phil about this t'other day, and he looked straight at me with them honest eyes and said, Colonel, nobody's perfect.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Colonel, thank you. Now a word from the man that is closest to my heart. Me. Folks, I want you to know that if I'm elected, I'll be loyal to the South because I'm a part of the South. Why, even when I was sent up the river, it was the Swanee. It was the Swanee. And I swear with my hand on this copy of Gone with the Wind that I will respectably dedicate my utter functions in a firm devotion to them ideals for which our forefathers was not forsaken at.
Mr. Harris, isn't that a bit strong?
Frankly, madam, I couldn't say because I don't know what it means myself. And now, folks, in conclusion, I thank you. Any questions?
Mr. Harris, if you're elected, what about women?
Women, I'll see that fellas get to meet them, honey. Yes, sir. If I'm elected, there'll be 2 chickens in every car.
Yes, and what about our taxes?
I'll abolish taxes.
What about jobs?
Everybody works. I've appointed 5,000 new tax collectors. Yes, sir, and I'll also abolish inflation, deflation, and arrange for monastery stabilization.
Yes, indeed, folks. Vote for Harris, a man who was born in the South, a man who has lived in the South, and a man we hope will die in the South.
Thank you, Colonel Emma's beautiful words. Now, if you'll all join in my campaign song. Send Phil to Congress. Send Phil to Congress. He'll lower taxes and raise your pay. Things will be better. Oh, how much better. In this state, will Phil Harris away.
The foregoing program was paid for by Senator Claghorn. The late George Gershwin continues to live on through his music, so it's a great thrill to know that they found a new song with his name on it. It's a lovely tune to which his brother Ira has written equally lovely lyrics. For you, for me, forevermore, it's bound to be forevermore. It's plain to see we found by finding each other the love we waited for. I'm yours, you're mine, and in our hearts the happy ending starts. What a lovely world this world would be with a world of love in store. For you, for me, you now to Detroit, where the noted commentator and editor, Mr. Henry Lacossette, is waiting to speak to you. Okay, Detroit, and Henry Lacossette.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Tomorrow night at the Dearborn Inn, the Ford Motor Company is giving a dinner for 93 people. These 93 guests of honor are all Ford employees. They are completing their 35th year of service with the company. Henry Ford, founder of the company, will be there. So will Henry Ford II, president of the company. These 93 people started work for Ford in 1911, when the company had only one manufacturing plant. This was at Highland Park, Michigan. There were but 2 assembly plants, one at Dallas, one at Fargo, North Dakota. And there were only 4,364 people working for Ford. Now 123,000 people work at Ford, so the guests of honor at tomorrow's dinner were in on the beginnings of tremendous progress. Incidentally, they are active in practically every division of the Ford company. For instance, 3 of them are in engineering, 5 in the production foundry, 9 in final assembly, 5 in administration, but I can't even begin to cover the variety of work they do. I think that will be a happy party tomorrow night, a gathering of the Ford family, of the people who help to make the Ford idea work, more cars and better cars every year. And now, back to the Ford Show and Dinah Shore in Hollywood.
Thank you, Mr. Lacossette.
The way you wear your hair, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams. The way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance so free, the way you've changed my life.
Back next Wednesday evening to spend part of Christmas with you. Our guest will be that much-loved tenor, Lawrence Melchior.
Lawrence Melchior? Dinah, you'll probably wind up with a Danish accent.
Not unless Mr. Melchior sings That's What I Like About Denmark.
Hey, that reminds me, I forgot to sing That's What I Like About the Sound. And that's what I liked about this program. Good night, Hotshot.
Good night,
Good night, Dinah. Thank you.
Good night, Wilson.
Appeared through the courtesy of the F.W. Fish Company. Stay with us again next Wednesday night when the Ford dealers and Lincoln Mercury Dealers of America again bring you Dinah Shore with Peter Lynn Hayes and Robert Emmett Dolan and his orchestra. Next week, by arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn Mayer, our guest will be Mr. Lawrence Melchior. In addition, we will have the St. Brendan's Boys Choir. This is CBS Columbia Broadcasting System.
Squibb presents Academy Award. Tonight, Margaret O'Brien in Lost Angels. Each week, Squibb brings you Hollywood's finest. The great picture plays, the great actors and actresses, techniques and skills chosen from the honor roll of those who have won or been nominated for the famous Golden Oscar of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. For generations, the House of Squibb has been known for the high quality and unfailing dependability of its products, each the result of a never-ending quest for perfection. Today, the great family of Squibb products reflects the tremendous advance of science in its contribution to human health and well-being. The name Squibb stands for progress through research. Squibb is a name you can trust. Tonight, Squibb welcomes to Academy Award Margaret O'Brien, who in 1944 was awarded a special Academy Award as the Outstanding Child Star of the Year. Margaret O'Brien will be heard in her famous screen role from Lost Angels. And now, Academy Award.
This is the story of a little orphan who fell into the hands of some very bright characters known as professors. It is a story, too, of Mike, a reporter, and his girl Katie, and of other characters more or less concerned with the demonstrating of magic to our little girlfriend. The kind of magic this brightest little girl in the world was afraid did not exist. But since it is her story, let's begin with a statement made to the press by one of the professors when they found her on their doorstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, our long search is over. Our subject, a female infant, newborn, has been found. The necessary legal steps have been taken, and the child is in our hands. Today, under the banner of the Pickering Institute, we begin experiments.
So on and on and on. What he was trying to say was that little Alpha, for that is her name, was going to get the works. Well, 6 years go by, and Alpha plus the works is ready to be interviewed. And here to interview her is Mike Regan.
How do you do? Won't you sit down?
Thanks.
What paper are you from?
The transcript.
Oh, reactionary, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose you read it every day.
Just the editorials. I go over them with Professor Smith.
And what do you think of our editorials?
Oh, we find them amusing. Have you prepared a list of questions you want me to answer?
Well,
We could begin by my giving you the schedule of my day. I have an English lesson first, then history, art,
and then reading and writing and arithmetic, huh?
Oh, of course not. I have algebra, economics, Chinese, semantics, and beginning tomorrow, philosophy, because I'm 6 years old today.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Tell me, what do you do for fun?
Oh, I like reading best.
Oh, reading. Like the Horatio Alger stories, the Bobbsey Twins fairy stories, stuff like that, huh?
I've been told about them.
What, fairy tales? What's wrong with them?
After all, there's no point in wasting time on things that aren't true.
Oh, wait a minute. Just what isn't true about fairy tales?
Are you serious? Dragons, flying carpets? Now, really?
Well, I'll just have to tell that leprechaun I had breakfast with this morning that
He isn't real, I guess.
A leprechaun? What's that?
Oh, a little man, green hair, blue nose, shoemaker by profession, Irish.
I suppose you've seen witches, too?
Of course.
And what about dragons? Do you believe in them?
Why, certainly.
You've never seen one.
Well, if that's not a woman for you. Now, listen, Professor, do you know what a zebra is?
Of course.
Have you ever seen a zebra?
Well...
But you believe there are zebras, don't you?
Yes, but...
Well, all right, then. I believe there's a whole world of magic outside. All kinds of magic.
You do?
Sure. Now, mind, some people go their whole lives long and never see it. Naturally, they'll tell you it isn't true. But if you know what you're looking for, believe it in your heart, well, it's there. You can find it.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Time for your music lesson, Alpha.
Oh, not just yet. Oh, Mr. Regan, could you wait just a few more minutes?
No, I'm afraid I haven't any more time, Professor. But don't you worry. I'll take care of that other matter for you. I'll be sure to tell my leprechaun that you say he's not real.
Say, Gus, you're a bright reporter with an eye for scoops. What do you make of that coming in the door?
What do you mean? Oh, that? Looks like a kid to me. What do you want, little girl?
I want to see Mr. Regan. Mr. Michael Regan.
Yeah? Why?
Well, he's my father.
But Mike's not...
How do you know? Where is Mike?
At the fights with Katie.
No kidding. Well, what do you know with Katie with the light red temper?
And this one wants to see her father. And do she shall. And why shouldn't she?
Michael Regan, please go to dressing room 4. Dressing room 4. Your baby is waiting for you there.
All right, Professor. I don't know how you escaped from that intellectual zoo you live in, but you did, and you've got me in trouble, so come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, hello, Mike. Looking for Katie? She left a couple of minutes ago, and plenty burned, too. Hey, that's your kid?
No. Anyway, she's just impersonating a kid.
Midget, huh?
All right, now, for heaven's sake, what do you want?
When you came to see me, you made certain statements. You said that there were dragons and flying carpets and witches and, well, magic.
What?
You said not everybody could, but you know how to find it. That's what you said.
So?
Show me.
Well, I'll tell you how it is, kid.
Of course, if it isn't true, please don't feel bad. After all men lie. I know that.
What? Oh, look, honey, I didn't lie to you. There is magic. All kinds. It's what makes people laugh, be happy, and have friends. I told you I could find it. I'll find it for you. But first, we have to go to a certain nightclub and find Katie Mallory, my girl.
Oh, why don't we just go look for magic? Why do we have to see her?
Because she's very, very angry with me. And since you're the other woman in the case, you'll have to help me fix it.
All right. How do I do it?
Professor, it's very simple. You do it by being exactly 6 years old.
Regan, I've been waiting for you.
Oh, you're Packy's brother, aren't you?
Yeah. He'd like to talk to you, Regan. He's not in jail either. What he's got for you isn't for your paper. Duck that kid and come on.
Well, if it's not for the paper, it's not for me. You can tell Packy I think he's clear on that rap, too, but there's nothing I can do. I'm not one of his boys.
Okay, Regan. But Packy don't ask outsiders to do him favors very often. I don't think you're being smart.
I think Katie's pretty, Mike.
Oh, thanks. Oh, and eat your spaghetti, Professor. I think Katie's beautiful.
Do you like her better than you like me?
What?
I said, do you like her better than you like me? Don't laugh at me.
Oh, Professor, I swear you're getting younger every minute.
Do you like me?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh. Hey.
I like you.
Hold on. Professor, what's the matter? What did I do?
Mike, what did you do to her?
Oh, hello, Katie. I beat her. What do you think I did to her?
He likes you better than he likes me.
What's the matter with her?
Well, judging from my past experiences, I'd say she's in love.
Oh, look, I've got to call the Institute. Oh, take it easy, Professor.
Baby, he doesn't like me better, just differently, honest. Now, supposing you got to like me, you'd still like Mike, wouldn't you? People can like lots of people. People with big hearts, that is.
Has Mike got a big heart?
Yes, darling. Bigger than his head.
Professor Vincent, there's a Mr. Regan on the phone. He's found Alpha.
Oh, wonderful.
Just a minute, Vincent. I'm afraid this case looks like measles. And if it is you can't bring Alpha back here. This place is quarantined.
Hello. What's that? Oh, man, you're out of your mind. Oh, I don't care who vouches for me. I don't care. You're not going to stick me with that kid. What do you mean, instructions? She's human, isn't she? She eats and sleeps, and I keep her face clean. What else is there? Oh, look, Katie, I can't keep the kids. You know how I live. So I was just thinking, your place is right close by, and...
Not a chance, Mike. Not a chance.
Uh-huh. Why not?
Because you're her fairy godmother, my friend. But now she's come to you and said, show me. So you're the fellow who's got to show her, Mike. No one else.
Oh, I'll spend lots of time with her. It's just that I...
Oh, no. Did you see the way she looks at you? Well, you've got to pay for that look. You're a big guy to that kid. And that means you're the guy who's going to sit up with her tonight if she gets sick on that spaghetti.
Come on, Professor. Get your hat.
And the guy will have to get up at 8 o'clock tomorrow to get her breakfast. Oh, no, Michael. This time one of your pigeons has come home to roost.
Mike, I like your apartment. I'm glad I'm going to stay with you.
You are, huh?
Yes.
Well, I don't mind you staying with me, Professor. Not if you'll play ball. What I mean is, if you'll kind of not get in my hair.
You mean if I will cooperate?
Yeah, you're right.
Very well, I will cooperate. And also, if you wish, I will play ball with you.
Professor, you really are a character. Now, look, my instructions are simple. You keep reasonably quiet, eat what you should, and wash at frequent intervals. Is that all clear?
Yes.
Okay, then we understand each other. And you start right now. Hey, you don't look so hot, Professor. Maybe it's that green light on your face.
I don't think so. I think it's the spaghetti.
Oh, no. Oh, good heavens. Well, come on. No. Go ahead. I got to answer the phone. No, wait for me. Oh, ye gods. Feel okay now, Professor?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. You better start getting some sleep. I'll be back as soon as I can. My paper wants me to ring in. But I'll make it fast and be back in no time. You, just hit the hay, kid. And pleasant dreams. You won't be scared.
Of course not. That would be unintelligent.
Okay. Night, kid.
Good night, Mike.
Oh, say. I almost forgot something pretty important. A kiss for Cinderella.
Good night, Mike.
you?
Also, who are you?
None of your business. When'll Regan be back?
Mr. Regan will be back soon, and he wouldn't like you waving that gun around.
Oh, no.
What do you want?
What's it to you?
Obviously, you've been very badly brought up.
Oh, no kidding.
And since you're so intent on staying, please put down that gun and we shall converse.
Oh, sure. Sure, leave us do that little thing.
Forms into brisk action that wakes up your whole mouth, leaves it feeling youthful and alive, with a refreshing new sense of cleanness. And that gives you such a fine feeling of assurance when you're meeting people. Your smile will be brighter, and you'll feel brighter every time you use Squibb Dental Cream. So, before every date, as well as every morning and night, brush your teeth with Squibb Dental Cream. Taste, feel, and see the refreshing difference. Before continuing with Part 2 of Academy Award, we wish to thank Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer for making this story available. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer are also producers of The Yearling, starring Gregory Peck and Jane Wyman. And now the House of Squibb presents Part 2 of Academy Award, starring Margaret O'Brien in Lost Angel, with Marissa O'Brien as Katie and Ira Grossell as Mike.
And there is said to be a wonderful bird here called a nightingale, said the emperor. They say it is the best thing in all my great empire. Empire. I have never heard him named, replied the Cavalier.
Cavalier.
And why wasn't it empire?
Oh, Packy, it isn't the same at all. You see, Mike.
Call it. I'd pay you a little visit since you wouldn't come and see me.
No, look here, Packy.
Shut up. Make it short and sweet. Look, you gotta find a guy. Lefty Moran. He's the only one who can clear me on this rap. He saw the whole thing. I can't go looking for him. I'd be picked up in 2 minutes. But a reporter like you knows every angle, see? So you're gonna do it for me. You get it?
While you hide out here.
Right.
I think you should help him.
You keep out of this. Why?
Because I like Packy.
Oh, you're getting like an awful lot of people.
Yes, it's getting easier and easier.
Look, Packy, if I find him, I get the whole story?
Sure, but you're wasting a lot of time, Bud.
Okay. But you'll go right to sleep now, Professor.
Okay.
And as for you, Packy, you'll go to sleep, too.
But I don't feel like it.
I'll read to him some more.
Oh, murder.
I found him all right, Packy. But I had time getting him up here.
Is he hurt, Mike? Is he?
No, he'll be all right. Oh, brother, did I have a time with him.
You're a smart guy, Regan. All right, Moran, wake up. Take a good look, sweetheart. We can get that kid out of here. This punk didn't witness that shooting, did you? He did it himself. Nobody's framing me.
Oh, listen, you chump. Make him sign a confession. That'll clear you.
And then he just walks off? No, thanks.
No, he doesn't walk off. We call the cops. You pay him off this way, you just put yourself back in jail.
Oh, Packy, don't do anything that'll make you go to prison. That would be unintelligent. And besides, I wouldn't be able to see you anymore. And you wouldn't be able to do anything. And you promised you'd show me how to play dice and...
Hey. You know something, Professor? I think you're right. Come on, start talking, rat. Furthermore, you cops, you'd have never found that chump if it hadn't been for Regan. You guys can really take lessons from him. And that kid. Oh, boy, what a kid. I'll be seeing you, Professor. Remember, always use your own card.
Oh, there she is. There's our little Alpha.
We caught a gangster, Professor Vincent, and now Packy won't have to go to jail, and the cops team...
You unprincipled man. Is this the care with which you watched over her? Gangsters, criminals. Why, to me, you're no better than one yourself.
Don't you dare talk that way to Mike.
I hope it gives you some satisfaction to know that you've probably ruined years of work. That you... Well, Mr. Regan, the Pickering Institute has some influence in this city. You haven't heard the last of this?
Oh, yes, I have. I've heard the last of it. Get out of here, Vincent. All of you.
Let us go home, my dear.
But I can't leave Mike. Mike, I can't
Now,
go.
look, Professor. You came to me so I'd show you magic. Well, there's loads of magic, isn't there? There's all kinds. I showed it to you, didn't I? Now you've got to go back. The professors are good people, and you've always liked them.
But, Mike, it's different when you love people. It's not the same as liking them. I love you, Mike. And when you love people, you have to be with them. Don't you see, Mike?
Regan, if I spoke harshly to you, I'm sorry. Perhaps I...
Oh, will you please get out of here? All of
Mike!
Well, you're gone. That's good, huh? Kitty, let's get married now, tonight. Let's go someplace quiet.
Oh, I've been waiting a long time for you to say that to me, Mike. But it's no. You see, I think I would be too much of a responsibility for you. Whatever it is, you're not willing to give. I saw that just now. So, well, so long, Mike.
Okay, so long. But I'm going. I'm getting out of here right now.
Shall we try the test, Alpha? It's really simple once you've caught on. Can you do it, my dear?
I don't want to.
Don't make her go through with it.
Alpha, would you like to have Professor Zimmerman read to you for a while?
No.
Well, would you like to go out for a nice walk?
No.
Darling, would you like to see Michael?
He doesn't want to see me.
But what exactly was the nature of the magic that Mr. Regan showed you, Alpha?
Oh, there were lots of things. There was a flying carpet. It looked like an airplane, but it was really a flying carpet. And then there was a man whose shirt lighted up, and...
Alpha, you know, there are explanations of these things, and they're just as entertaining when you understand them.
Oh, but that wasn't the real magic. That was just a little kind.
And what was the real magic?
Loving people.
Shouldn't leave the door open, Regan. All sorts of characters could drop in. Smitty, you going someplace?
Yeah. Away.
Oh, you taking a kid with you? Look, I brought her some junk. Where is she?
You'll find her at the Pickering Institute.
Regan, you're not putting your kid in an orphanage.
Oh, it's not an orphanage. And she's not my kid.
Now, look, Regan, I ain't going to stand for
Now,
no...
look, Packy, you're a nice guy. Keep out of trouble. Behave yourself. Believe anything you want, but get out of my way. I'm leaving. So long.
That guy is nuts or something. What goes around here? If somebody touches a hair on that kid's head, I'll knock him off, so help me,
Packy.
Kitty.
Oh, Packy, have you seen Mike?
Yeah, sure. He just got out of here.
We've got to find him. Oh, the kid's awful sick, Packy.
What?
She misses Mike. She hasn't eaten or slept.
No good heel. On and out on it. Let me get on that phone. I'll get the mob out.
I guess there's nothing more we can do. He's just vanished.
Packy, couldn't the boys find him either?
Oh, no, I don't get it. First time they ever let me down, that Mike just vanished.
I can't hold out any hope now for the child. She just lies there with her head turned to the wall. Oh, I'd give everything I possess to find Regan. Everything.
Don't take no bows, Mac. So would we.
If he knew, if he read the papers, he'd come. I know he'd come.
Where's my kid?
Regan!
Oh, Mike, I knew you'd come.
Regan, I'm so glad to see. I could shoot you in the stomach.
Did you hear them paging you, or did you read about it in the paper?
I read what in the paper? Who paged me? What's the matter with you people? Now, look, Vincent, I want to talk to you about that kid.
Oh, Mike, do you mean you came all on your own?
Of course I came on my own. What do you mean? Hey, what's happened? Has anything happened to Alpha?
You see, she's been rather ill. Nothing serious.
What is it? What's the matter with her? Don't you fools know how to take care of a child? Can't I leave my kid here for a couple of days without you?
Mike. Oh, Mike.
Professor.
Mike.
Hey, what's all this nonsense about not eating?
Oh, Mike.
You got the other professors at me. I'm in hot water with Katie. Probably lose my job.
Oh, Mike. You came. I knew you would. It's magic.
Oh, Professor. Easy.
Mike.
Well, there are just a few details to clear up. Naturally, we cannot turn Alpha over to a bachelor.
No. Well, Katie?
Of course, darling.
Well, we shall continue to supervise the child's education, and it would be advisable for her parents to keep abreast of her course of study. So, I shall send you a guide to an 8-month preliminary course.
Never mind, Mike. I'll take care of you and Katie. Honest, I will. It won't be so hard after the first 4 years. If you study real hard. In fact, it'll be fun. Lots of fun.
Play your part in holiday festivities with greater zest. Let Squibb Dental Cream help to give you a pleasant thrill of refreshment every time you brush your teeth. Discover how much Squibb Dental Cream contributes to the sense of well-being that makes holidays and workdays more enjoyable. Let the cool mintiness and the brisk foaming action of Squibb Dental Cream tingle your whole mouth awake. Your mouth feels cleaner because it is cleaner. And your smile will grow brighter because Squibb Dental Cream sweeps away the dullness that hides the natural luster of your teeth. So, for better dental care, for a wide-awake thrill of refreshment any time of day, brush your teeth often with Squibb Dental Cream. Use it whenever you want to look your best, feel your best, and make the best impression. Remember to ask tomorrow for Squibb Dental Cream. Taste, feel, and see the refreshing difference. Tonight's performance of Lost Angel concludes the series of dramatic performances presented by E.R. Squibb & Sons in association with the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. We wish to express our appreciation to Gene Herschel, president of the Academy, and to his associates for their splendid cooperation during our relationship with them. We also wish to thank our writer, Frank Wilson, our musical director, Leith Stevens, and our producer-director, Dee Engelbach, and to thank you, our listeners, for your response and interest. Margaret O'Brien appeared tonight by arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of Till the Clouds Roll By. Clarissa O'Brien will soon be seen with Margaret O'Brien in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's 10th Avenue Angels. This is Hugh Brundage bidding you good night for the House of Squibb, a name you can trust. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve. It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products. Yes, it won't be long now. The counters are stacked. The department stores have issued their final ultimatums. A tradesman in a Santa suit lurks behind every Christmas tree, his pistol cocked, ready with his Christmas message. Stand and deliver, your money or your life. Grown-ups begin to wear that hunted look as they feel the holidays closing in upon them. But the children, hey, hey! Cheeks are flushed, hopes are high, talk is merry and a little wild.
You know, we have the craziest uncle. I mean, really, he's a scream. But so nice, isn't he, Leroy?
Yeah, he's okay sometimes.
It's so funny. Every year about this time he gets us together, and he looks very solemn, and he says to us, "Children, I'd like you to sit down for a minute. I just want to warn you, we're going to have a very small Christmas this year. Santa Claus is very poor. So I don't want you to expect too much."
And Christmas morning? Oh, boy, everything.
Marjorie, I'd like you to sit down for a minute.
Yes, Unky?
Where's your brother? Have you seen him?
Bertie, have you seen Leroy?
He's out and back.
He's out and back.
Ask him to come in for a minute, will you?
Ask him to come in for a minute, will you?
Leroy, your uncle wants you. I don't know. You better come in and see. He's coming.
He's coming.
Yes. Oh, does he have to slam it? Yes, I suppose he does.
Looking for me, Unc?
Leroy, I'd like to have a little talk with you, and Where did you get that cat?
I don't know. I found him out back. He's been hanging around all morning. Isn't he a beauty?
He's a monster. Get rid of him.
Oh, Unc, I was just going to ask you if we couldn't keep him.
I expected that. The answer is no.
But, Unc, he likes me. He's fond of me, Unc, see?
Leroy, if we tried to accommodate all the animals you claim are fond of you, we'd be living in a Noah's Ark.
Oh, but gee whiz.
Now, you had a dog 2 Christmases ago, and you didn't take care of him. That's why he ran away. I told you then, no more animals.
But, Unc, I'm older now.
You're no more dependable. Not one whit.
What's a wit, Unc?
Don't try to change the subject. Get rid of the cat.
Oh, Unc, I'd take care of him. He wouldn't be any trouble.
It isn't a he, it's a she.
What a best.
He, she, or it. Now get rid of it. I want that cat out of here before he becomes an issue. Every time I let you play with some animal for 5 minutes, we have to have a whole great big thing about it. Now put him outside.
Okay. Poor fella, everybody treats him mean. Well, I'm your friend.
Cat's too big anyway. If there's anything I can't stand, it's an overgrown cat. I don't mind kittens. They wouldn't grow up into cats.
You liked Aesop.
Aesop was a very unusual cat. This cat is ordinary. Tell it just by looking at him.
You wouldn't say that if you knew him.
Let's not have any more talk about cats, shall we, children? What I wanted to speak to you about is Christmas.
Here it comes.
Now, Christmas will be here shortly, and I think I ought to warn you.
I know what I want.
That's not the Christmas spirit, my boy. The spirit of Christmas is in giving, not getting.
Oh, I'm going to give you a present, don't worry. Marge, too. I'm going to give you both super presents. If you ever pay me the allowance you owe me.
Do I owe you money?
Do you owe me? $1.25.
Well, remind me about it.
I'm reminding you.
Remind me some other time.
You can't give till you get, you know.
I haven't got it on me right now. Some other time, Leroy.
Okay. But don't blame me if you're disappointed on Christmas.
That's just the point I'm trying to get to, my boy. The best way to avoid being disappointed on Christmas is not to expect too much.
This year I'm only going to ask for one thing. That's all I'm going to ask for is one thing. Just one thing, that's all. One thing.
Yes. Well, that's good, because this year Santa is really going to have a tough time.
Just one thing, that's all. Just one thing.
He's really going to have a tough time. You see, with prices as high as they are...
That's all I want is one thing.
You might as well ask him what it is, Uncle Mort.
Do you want to know?
No. But what is it?
A motor scooter.
You mean one of those?
Yeah. One of those little red things you ride around on. Like a motorcycle, only better. They're a lot safer, Unc, and kids can ride them. They hardly burn any gas at all.
Leroy, those things cost $150.
They do?
At the very least, maybe $200.
Gosh, that's the only thing I really want. I've been wanting one of those ever since I can remember. I guess I want a motor scooter more than anything else in the world.
Now, be reasonable, Leroy. Don't get your heart set on something that's impossible.
Craig's going to get one.
Who said so?
Craig.
Craig is a great big... Craig is a little boy, Leroy. You can't believe everything he says.
Just the same, he's going to get one. He said so.
It'd be just like that four-flusher Bullard to give his kid an expensive toy like that.
It wouldn't be so expensive, Unc. Craig and I got it all figured out. When we get our scooters, we can do all kinds of things. We can deliver papers, we can run errands for people and charge them for it. Why, the scooters will pay for themselves in a couple of weeks. No kidding.
Yeah.
Think it over, hey, Unc?
Leroy, I want you to forget this whole idea. Do you understand? Just forget about it completely.
Okay, I'll forget about it.
I mean it.
I've already forgotten about it, Unc. It'll be just as... I'll be just...
Listen, you don't seem to get the idea. See, how can I... I'll have you children know that I'm not made of money. Do you understand?
Sure.
Marjorie?
I don't care what I get, Unky. Anything you decide, I'll be grateful for.
That's the spirit, my dear. Leroy, why can't you be more...
Me too, Unc. Anything at all will be okay with me. Anything at all.
Well, it won't be a motor scooter. You can bank on that. Just get that out of your head right at the start. A motor scooter is out of the question. Understand?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
They're not only expensive, they're dangerous. And besides, they're expensive. Everything's expensive. Now, we're contributing to the orphanage out there, little Christina. That'll have to be our main Christmas. We've got to cut down. Motor scooters are out. You understand?
Yeah, sure. They're too expensive. Who wants a motor scooter?
I mean it, confound it. Don't wake up Christmas morning expecting to see one under the tree because there won't be one. Do you get it?
Okay. Is it all right if I go out and play now?
Confound it, when I say I mean it, I mean it. All right, go ahead.
Thanks, Unc. Thanks a lot. Oh, boy, I got to tell Craig.
You know, I don't think he believes me. What are you grinning at, Marjorie?
Unky, you're so transparent.
Transparent? What do you mean?
You overdo it. Now, 2 years ago, Leroy wanted a dog. You told him 50 times, if you told him once, that a dog was out of the question. So on Christmas, what did he get? A dog.
Well, sure.
And last year, it was a set of drums. For weeks, you kept telling him they were too expensive. And all the time, you had them hidden in a closet. No wonder he's on to you. You ought to keep quiet about the scooter.
Listen, I mean it. Do you think I've got $150 to throw around?
Unky, you're a darling.
Let go.
But you couldn't fool a fly. There's a Christmas kiss. I'm going straight upstairs now and wrap your present.
She doesn't believe me either. How am I going to kill this thing? Bertie!
Yeah?
Bertie, I positively will not buy Leroy a motor scooter.
No?
I want to go on record before at least one member of this family is never having the slightest intention of doing so. You're my witness.
Oh, shucks, you can trust me, Mr. Gildersleeve. I ain't going to tell him.
You know yourself, Peavy, getting such expensive presents as that isn't good for a boy. It could ruin his character.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Why are you suddenly so concerned about Craig Bullard's character?
Because, confound it, if Craig gets a motor scooter, then I've got to give Leroy one, that's all. I can't have Leroy disappointed on Christmas while Craig goes chugging up and down the street. The little show-off. That's my problem, Peavy. It's how to disappoint Leroy without disappointing him.
How do you know Craig is going to get a scooter?
I don't. That's what I'd like to have you ask Mr. Bullard, if you will.
Well, why don't you ask him?
Because I threatened to punch him in the nose last week.
Him too?
I told him to stay off the property. He told me to stay off his.
You seem to be narrowing the circle of your acquaintance these days, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, never mind. Will you do as I ask?
I don't know.
It's a small enough favor, for heaven's sake.
But it's none of my business. I just can't say to Mr. Bullard, what's this I hear about you giving Craig a high-priced scooter for Christmas?
No, you don't have to do it that way, Peavy. Just be tactful. Be casual. Sneak up on it.
How?
Well, for instance, you could look out of your window and say, well, there goes a boy on a motor scooter. By the way, Mr. Bullard, what are you giving Craig for Christmas?
I don't think it'd work.
Why not?
Well, suppose no boy went by on a scooter.
Ye gods, Peavy, you could pretend you saw one, couldn't you?
That would be an untruth.
I know, you just don't want to ask him.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll tell you. A man who'll run a drugstore will do almost anything, but you have to draw the line somewhere. And when it comes to snooping, even a pharmacist...
All right, forget it. I'm sorry I asked.
Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes?
In case I shouldn't see you in the meantime, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Well, that's all, Eve. I just wanted to return your Plato. Darn interesting book. Thanks for lending it to me.
You're quite sure you finished it?
Oh, yes, I'm finished with it.
I'll be glad to have you keep it a little longer if you
Oh,
think...
no, thanks. I think I've gotten all I can out of it. Oh, say, there was one other thing.
Do come inside. It's so cold out here.
Well, just for a minute. It's about these motor scooters the kids are riding these days. Very dangerous contraptions.
Motor scooters?
Yes. I've been thinking it might be a good idea, Eve, if you passed a rule against any motor scooters at school.
Well, none of the children have motor scooters, Throckmorton. Not that I've seen.
I know, but some child might get one. You know, Christmas coming on. Some of these four-flushers that don't know anything about bringing up children might...
Well, I couldn't very well pass a rule against something that hasn't even come up. Now, could I?
Well, you're the principal, Eve. If you just send a note home with the kids, no motor scooters. You know, before Christmas, before it's too late. Might be doing somebody a favor.
Leroy wants a motor scooter. Is that it?
How'd you know?
You're so easy to see through, Throckmorton.
Women are always claiming they can see through me. Why is that? My own niece. I get the very same thing from her.
Marjorie is a smart girl.
Am I so dumb?
Well, I don't think you always understand children very well.
I'd like to know who understands them any better. Listen, I'm on to them every minute.
Well, maybe so. But if you want to get Leroy's mind off motor scooters, I don't think the way to do it is to tell him he can't have one.
No? How then?
Convince him there's something else he wants more. Get him so interested he'll forget about scooters.
By George, there's one thing I'll say for you, Eve. You've got sense.
Well, thank you for the compliment, as far as it goes.
Well, that isn't all you've got either.
I'm afraid that was an afterthought.
I'll show you whether it was an afterthought or not.
Another time, Throckmorton.
Always putting me off.
You've returned the book, and you've told me what you really came for. Now, was there something else?
You make it awfully tough for a fella. Well, goodbye, Eve.
Goodbye, Throckmorton.
Oh, say.
Yes?
In case I shouldn't see you in the meantime,
Are you looking for something?
Too early for mistletoe, I guess. Well, I just have to come back, that's all. Goodbye, Eve.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's see. You said about Leroy, get him interested in something else. Is that it?
That's it.
Guess I got that straight. Well, goodbye, Eve.
Goodbye.
I'd better get out of here. You'll be seeing through me again. Goodbye. Goodbye, Eve.
The making of a really fine mayonnaise, as every expert homemaker knows, calls for a great deal of skill. Only choice ingredients may be used, and they must be blended with the utmost care for perfect velvet smooth texture. Now, it isn't easy, but Kraft has mastered the art. Try famous Kraft Kitchen Fresh Mayonnaise and see for yourself. Yes, although Miracle Whip salad dressing continues to be scarce because of the sugar shortage, Kraft Mayonnaise is once again available and in reasonable quantity. Fine salad oil is more plentiful, and your food dealer should have a fair supply of Kraft Mayonnaise soon, if not already. With its delicate homemade flavor, its creamy satin smooth texture, Mayonnaise by Kraft is glamour for any salad. Only fine salad oil, selected eggs, fragrant vinegar, and spices go into it. And as a final crowning touch, genuine fresh lemon juice is added. Then a special beater patented by Kraft is the secret of its marvelous texture. Yes, it's good news. Kraft Kitchen Fresh Mayonnaise is once again available. Well, let's see now how Gildersleeve is coming in his negotiations with Leroy. Strolling out into the backyard, he finds Leroy hard at work in the garage.
Well, my boy, what's going on here?
Cleaning up.
This isn't like you, Leroy.
Well, I'm just trying to clear a space here.
Oh? Space for what?
Well, in case I get anything for Christmas that I need a space for.
Say, Leroy.
Yeah?
I've been thinking about what we were talking about the other day, about Christmas.
You mean about a scooter?
Well, no, about Christmas. There's one thing you've never asked for, Leroy, and I'm surprised you haven't. Because, gosh, I should think it would be an awful lot of fun. That's a train.
A train? You mean an electric train?
Sure, they're more fun than a barrel of monkeys. They have wonderful trains now.
Oh, gee, I never thought you...
Well, they have bridges and tunnels and automatic switches and whistles and everything. Regular little trains. Think what fun you and I could have if we built a railroad together. A miniature railroad.
Would you help me?
Help you? I'd be up there playing with it every evening. And Saturdays and Sundays as well.
Say, that'd be super. We could make a bridge.
Sure.
We could have wrecks.
Well, yeah, sure. We could do anything. I don't know a finer toy for a boy than a train. A bushel of fun at the same time educational and instructive. Just think. On rainy afternoons, Craig would be sitting over there looking out the window, unable to ride his scooter, and you'd be up in your room with your train, having the time of your life.
Oh, boy, would Craig be sore. He'd be wanting to play with my train all the time.
Yeah.
Bad chance.
Yeah, sure. He wasn't smart enough to ask for a train for Christmas. That's his tough luck.
Hey, I just remembered. I've got a train catalog. It's Pidge, but he lent it to me. It's up in my room. Shall I go get it?
Let's go up there and look at it together, shall we, Leroy? Pick out the stuff we'll need.
Okay.
Yeah, come along.
Hey, you know what they have now? They have automatic couplers and locomotives that puff smoke even. Will Craig be sore?
Yeah.
I'm going to clean everything else out of my room and just have trains. I better keep the room locked when I'm not in there in case of the kids. You can play with it any time you want, though, Unc. And signals. They have automatic signals.
Pretty excited, aren't you, my boy? Tell you what we'll do. We'll not only get a train, we'll each get an engineer's cap.
A will?
Sure. Whenever we play with the trains, I'll be the engineer and you can be the fireman.
Oh, no, I'm the engineer. You can be the conductor.
It's all right, Chief. Whatever you say. You're the boss. Board! Toot, 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 toot. Where's the catalog, Leroy?
Just a sec, Unc. I'll find it here somewhere. Maybe it's under this stuff.
Oh? You sure you had it?
Yeah, it's here all right. I put it where I'd be sure and find it. Maybe in here.
No. This room of yours could stand a little straightening up, Leroy.
Yeah, I was just going to... here it is. Here it is, Unc.
Well, let's sit down here among the debris and look at it together. Oh, what have you got in your bed there?
Huh?
I sat on something.
Let me see. Oh, it's my toy tank.
Well, that's not a very good way to take care of it, Leroy.
I don't need it anymore. What the heck? The war's over.
I certainly hope you'll take better care of your train than that.
Oh, sure. I'll take good care of it.
Well, good. Let's see here now.
Let me show you.
Yeah?
Here's the locomotive I like. The big one, Unc, you see?
Yeah.
Hudson-type locomotive, real headlight, automatic reverse, firebox blows red, accurate in every detail.
$37.50.
And then here's the tender that goes with it. That's the coal cart.
Yeah.
You see, it has a whistle gadget built right into it.
$11.25. Let me look at that book, Leroy.
Sure.
Yeah. Scale, model, passenger cars, each $8.75. Remote control switch, $6.50. Automatic crossing gate, $4.50. Complete Hudson Flyer train outfit. Includes locomotive, tender, 3 passenger cars, 16 sections of track, 2 switches, 100 and... Here.
Where are you going?
No place. You know, Leroy, when you come right down to it, the toys you have the most fun with are the toys you make yourself.
What do you mean?
How would you like a set of tools, my boy, of your very own?
You mean no train?
Well, I'll tell you now about trains. The trouble with trains, you play with them a few times, and then you get tired of them. Now, if I got your train, why, next year you'd have completely outgrown it, my boy. Be just kicking around here getting busted like all this other stuff. Just make you feel bad. Now, I think it'd be much more sensible if... Leroy, are you listening to what I have to say?
What do I want with tools? I can use yours.
But if you had tools of your own, my boy, your very own, you're too big a boy for trains and kid stuff like that.
I'm not so big.
But just think, Leroy, tools. You could make things. Tie racks, tabourets.
Some fun.
All right. If you're going to be like that about it, if you won't cooperate, we'll just forget about Christmas, that's all. We'll just forget all about it. There'll be no Christmas, that's all. Christmas is for people who cooperate. We'll just give Marjorie all the presents, that's all. Well, why doesn't somebody say something?
Would you like some more of something, Mr. Gildersleeve?
No thanks, Bertie. Where's Leroy?
Up in his room.
Did you tell him I said to come down?
Yes.
All right, he can just go without his supper then.
He said he didn't want any. He's in bed.
In bed?
Mr. Gildersleeve, I know it's none of my business, but when a boy don't want to eat, I don't...
No, Bertie, I'll handle this.
Yes, sir.
Leroy is in bed, you say?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad. Confounded, why does Christmas have to come up anyway? Just makes for a lot of trouble. A lot of hard feeding. Hope Leroy didn't take me literally when I said there wouldn't be any Christmas. Poor little fellow. After all, he is just a kid. He's probably up there crying his eyes out. Maybe I ought to run up and speak to him, huh? What do you think, Bertie?
Why don't you do that, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Will you excuse me, Marjorie?
Certainly. But I don't know that Leroy will.
Go up and see.
I'll put this back in the oven and keep it warm for you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Don't bother, Bertie. I don't deserve it. Poor little tyke. I'm too hard on the boy, that's all. I don't mean to be. It's Christmas, that's what it is. Oh, Leroy. It's your old Uncle Leroy. Mind if I come in?
Oh. Hi, Unc. Hi.
Well, you don't look particularly heartbroken, I must say.
Oh, I'm okay. I just thought I might as well go to bed. After all, I have to go to bed sometime, hey, Unc?
Huh. What's that you've got in bed with you?
Huh? Nothing.
Hey, come on. Now, what is it?
Oh, nothing, Unc. Honest. No kidding. I haven't...
Come on. You want me to pull off the covers?
No, really. I'll show you both my hands. Look.
Leroy.
I don't know how he got in here, Unc. I tried to get rid of him like you told me, honest. But he climbed up on the roof and begged me to let him in.
Leroy?
Oh, please. He hasn't got a home.
Would you like to keep him, my boy?
Keep him? You mean it?
We'll see. Do you think you'd rather have the cat than a train, Leroy?
Oh, boy, would I?
You'd rather have him than a set of tools?
Are you kidding?
Okay, Leroy, you may keep him.
Oh, thanks, Unc. You're a super. Hey, this cat's crazy about me, Unc. No kidding. I'm going to teach him tricks and everything. That's a very valuable cat, you know it.
Well, I'm glad you're pleased with him, Leroy. And by the way, I want to apologize for shouting at you the way I did.
Ah, that's okay.
I guess your old uncle gets off his trolley once in a while.
Who doesn't? I make mistakes myself.
Now, why don't you slip on your bathrobe and come down to supper?
Can I bring the cat?
All right, bring the cat. Liberty Hall, Christmas comes but once a year. If it came any oftener, we'd never live through it.
The Great Gildersleeve will be back again very shortly. Well, these are busy days, all right. Christmas shopping, planning meals, to say nothing of holiday entertaining. So it's good news, I know, that famous Kraft Kitchen Fresh Mayonnaise is back. You'll never again bother to make your own once you try it. Kraft Mayonnaise, you remember, is the superior mayonnaise sure to bring compliments wherever it's served. It has a truly distinctive flavor that comes from the choice ingredients that go into it. Fine salad oil, selected eggs, fragrant vinegar and spices, and as a final touch of perfection, fresh lemon juice. Choose it always for delicate, just right flavor and for marvelous texture. A special beater patented by Kraft gives Kraft Kitchen Fresh Mayonnaise a creamy satin smoothness you could never accomplish in your own kitchen. You'll be proud to serve Kraft Mayonnaise. It's once again available in reasonable quantity.
Wasn't interested in tools.
Yeah, well, I'm using yours. If you don't mind.
Well, how have you put them away? What are you doing there?
Making something.
Oh, making something. May I ask what it is, or is that telling?
It's something for the cat.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. The cat. What is it? A house?
No, it's not a house. It's a box, sort of.
Cat box.
No, it's not a box, really. It's to ride the cat on the back of my motor scooter. Oh, I know I'm not going to get one, Unc, I know. But it never does any harm to be on the safe side. You know.
Nuts. Right back where we started. Only now we've got a cat. Night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley as Leroy, Louise Erickson as Marjorie, and Lillian Randolph as Bertie. Richard LeGrand is Mr. Peavy. This is John Lang saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Plenty of rich, velvety, smooth ice cream. Any flavor you like, always on hand. Sound swell? It is, and so easy to enjoy when you buy the new Kraft product called Frizz, F-R-I-Z-Z. Yes, Frizz makes delicious homemade ice cream right in your refrigerator. Real ice cream with plenty of milk and cream in it. Just add water, a little sugar, and freeze according to directions on the package. Made by an exclusive process that retains that fresh cream flavor. It freezes smoothly, gives you 6 generous servings from one package of Frizz.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
It's Wednesday night, so we take it out to Duffy's Tavern with our guest tonight, Joan Bennett, and starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Bristol Myers, makers of Ipana toothpaste and Trouche, the beforehand lotion. 2 products that will pay you to remember. Ipana for the smile of beauty, Trouche for softer, lovelier hands. Ipana, Trouche.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meat eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Tonight, Joan Bennett, woman in the window. Huh? A mannequin. No, Duffy, on the contrary, she's quite a girlican. Yeah, Duffy, a terrific assemblage of punkertude. What she got that Mrs. Duffy ain't got? Well, take a look at Mrs. Duffy. Are you looking? Well, what you don't see, Joan Bennett's got. Yeah, she just come back from England. England, it's a little place, just a blarney stone's throw from Ireland. Yeah, she went over there with a bunch of other movie stars, sort of a lend-lease arrangement. Yeah, the English sent us their beefs, and we sent them our hams. Well, Joan is coming down tonight to help me raffle off a diamond Terrara. Huh? Well, it's for Christmas, Duffy, to help feed the needy families of 3rd Avenue. Let them eat cake. Duffy, a certain party named Marie Antoinette once made that same remark. And leave me remind you, after they stuck her head in the guillotine, she talked a lot different. I'll call you back.
Hey, Miss Archer, how many tickets you figuring you're going to sell for this raffle?
Well, Eddie, that depends a lot on how many people buy them.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice round number.
Yeah. Incidentally, what are you thinking of giving your girlfriend, Sonia Jones, for Christmas?
According to my wallet, a matched set of excuses.
Oh, no dough, huh?
That's right. And with Sonia, no dough, no soap. Them women, why do they have to be that way?
Well, Eddie, that's been a problem since time was immoral, you know? Anthony had that problem with Cleopatra. Napoleon had it with Josephine.
You mean Josephine was wallet-minded, too?
You've seen pictures of Napoleon with his hand inside his coat?
Yeah.
What do you think he was holding on to? But she loved him, Eddie.
Yeah, but the trouble is Sonia never studied history.
Oh.
And Napoleon didn't have the competition I got.
Competition, huh?
Yeah, she got one boyfriend that makes perfume, a jeweler. Then there's another one.
Just a second. If she's got all them boyfriends, why do you bother to give her anything?
Well, I'm number 3 on the list, and I don't want to lose my rating.
Well, why don't you buy one of these raffle tickets? If you win, you can give her the diamond Terrara.
That phony hunk of ice?
Well, does she have to know it's phony?
I forgot to tell you. She got another boyfriend that's a glass cutter.
Well, don't leave it esprit or decor, Eddie. By the way, did you get the Christmas tree out of the back room yet?
Yeah, that head is there in the corner. I hope it don't get arrested for indecent exposure.
Yeah. Don't look as good as it did last year, does it?
No. And last year, it didn't look as good as the year before.
Turned a little brown around the gills. What can we do with it, Eddie?
Well, we could put a fence around it.
A fence?
Yeah. You know what the old saying, that things on the other side of the fence look greener?
Cut the jokes, Eddie. We can fix it up. We'll camouflage it with some of last year's decorations.
Yeah, but what we going to use to camouflage the decorations?
Don't worry, Eddie. There's a lot of things around here we could use to hang on a tree.
Hello, Art.
Oh, hello, Finnegan. You sold any tickets for that raffle yet?
No, Art. And I've been to every house on the block.
Well, have you been off the block?
Art, for years.
Look, what do you do when you go from house to house?
Oh, well, I knock on the door, and when they open it, I say, I'm Clinton Finnegan.
Yeah? What's the reaction?
The usual. Raised eyebrows and a slight gasp. Then they try to slam the door on me.
Then what do?
I use me head, Art.
Oh.
Yeah, I stick me foot in.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, sometimes. Other times I use me foot and stick me head in.
Oh. How does that work?
Well, that's better. That way it don't hurt so much.
Finnegan, sticking your foot and your head in, I can see that you ain't using salesmanship.
Salesmanship?
Yeah, you see, to be a salesman, the first thing you got to do is to flatter the people.
Flatter them, huh?
Yeah, for example, when the door opens, you should smile and you say, well, I didn't know a gorgeous creature like you was going to answer the door.
Art, I tried that.
What happened?
The guy slugged me.
Well, you talked out of turn. That's another thing. You see, the smart salesman lets the other guy do all the talking.
I tried that too, Art. One place I went into to sell the tickets, it happened the guy was also a salesman.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I was cagey. I laid back and I let him do all the talking.
What happened?
I am now insured against earthquakes.
And not one ticket sold for all of these needy families. Ain't you ashamed of yourself? Now go on out and try it again.
Okay, and this time I won't leave one stone unturned.
Okay, but don't turn over any rocks. You might find a relative. Now get going.
Okay. Hey, look, Art. You mind if I leave one shoe here?
One shoe?
Yeah, it'll help me make change.
How?
So, tickets are a dime, right?
Right.
So, in case a guy hands me a quarter, 10 fingers and 5 toes makes 15 cents change.
But Finnegan, you got 6 toes.
Oh, you forget the sales tax.
A human abacus. Go on now, get going. Oh. Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Huh? Oh, yeah, she's here. Just a minute. Miss Duffy.
Oh, yeah?
A phone call for you. Ridiculous as it sounds, it's a man.
No fooling, gee. Quick, give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Steady, old girl, steady.
Hello, Miss Duffy speaking. I'd love to. What? Oh, it's you, Papa. Archie, you tricked me.
Yeah, but you was really living there for a minute.
What, Papa? Where was I till 3 o'clock this morning? Well, Papa, yesterday was a busy day.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of things to do. Well, first I had my hair curled and...
What'd you do, look in the mirror?
Shut up, you jerk. No, not you, Papa. The other one here. So then I went over to Katrinka Yorbitz's for their house warming. Yeah, they just got a load of coal in. Well, anyway, the party got going, and you know how it is, Papa. Everybody started dancing with each other, and Katrinka and I got sick of just sitting around, so we went to the movies. Huh? Look, Papa, I could tell Mama a few things about the other night when you were supposed to be playing poker.
Yeah, I seen him in that game of poker. The chips was very well stacked.
What, Papa? Okay, it's a deal. We'll both keep our big mouths shut.
Miss Duffy, did you and Katrinka enjoy the movies last night?
No, we had a terrible time. 2 fellas sitting next to us did nothing but annoy us.
Oh. So where did the 4 of you go?
Well, it turned out that they were going our way.
So, naturally, they offered to give you a lift.
Naturally.
But we warned them that we were nice girls and they'd have to drive us straight home.
Well, so far, you've acted like a perfect lady.
Yes, but they were no gentlemen.
Oh, they didn't drive you straight home.
That was the trouble. They did.
Straight home. I think I know the trouble. Look, when you got into the guy's car, was it standing under a street lamp?
Yeah, I think it was.
That's where you made your mistake. Now, look, Miss Duffy, Joan Bennett's going to be here any minute to raffle off this Terrara for the needy people. And, hey, I wonder if a kiss from a pretty girl would help sell these tickets.
Thank you. I'd love to.
Miss Duffy, the needy ain't that needy. I was referring to Miss Joan Bennett. It's a terrific idea. Joan Bennett kisses the winner, and we'll collect so much dough for the Third Avenue poor people they'll be coming over here in limousines to thank us.
I'll bet there isn't a woman listening in who isn't interested in trying something different when it comes to making herself lovelier.
You're so right, Mr. Wallington. I am interested. What is it?
Well, it's an entirely different idea in hand lotions. It's Trouchet, the beforehand lotion.
Trouchet? And what does beforehand mean?
It means you can use Trouchet before you get to work, before you do dishes or light laundry, before you put your hands in that hot soapy water.
But what's the point of that?
Because Trouchet guards your hands from becoming chapped and dry. Why, Trouchet is so effective that it guards your hands even while they're in hot soapy water.
And how about after I finish the dishes and washing? Can I use Trouchet then?
Of course you can. Creamy, fragrant Trouchet can be used as you use any hand lotion. But with Trouchet, you get something none of those ordinary hand lotions give you. Beforehand protection when you need it most. So why don't you start this new way of helping your hands become soft and lovely? Why not begin today to use Trouchet? Trushay.
Look, Eddie, Joan Bennett's going to be here any minute. Now, leave us make the place look Christmassy, huh? We'll put some candles around the tables.
Candles? You trying to put Miss Bennett on a diet?
What do you mean?
Well, if she sees what she's eating, she won't.
Well, maybe you're right. What could we do to make it Christmassy? I know. We'll take a lot of the Christmas cards we've been receiving and stand them up along the bar.
Be the only thing at that bar that's standing.
Yeah, very funny, man.
By the way, just got a card here you did from Sing Sing.
I did? Let's see. Hey, it's from Rockpile Roach. I didn't know he was still up there. The last time I heard from him, he was waiting for the governor to make up his mind about a reprieve. Let's see what he says. Dear Archie, just a line to wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy. Guess the governor made up his mind. Yeah, well, that shows you, Eddie. Crime don't pay, huh?
Good evening, Archie.
Oh, Officer Clancy, how are you tonight?
Oh, 'tis a weary man I am. Those Christmas crowds milling around and pushing and pulling.
Yeah, pretty terrible.
Oh, it sure knocks a man out. The hustle and bustle and pushing and shoving. It's enough to drive a man to drink.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, don't just stand there agreeing with me. Do something about it.
Okay, Clancy, here you are. Bourbon and soda. On the house.
Archie, this whiskey of yours is slow poison.
Slow poison? Well, then don't drink it.
Fortunately, I'm a patient man.
Oh, well, enjoy it, Clancy. Tell me, how's the missus?
The old biddy?
Yeah.
Well, as usual. She's been hinting all week for a Christmas present.
Oh, how can you tell?
She's been easing up on her punches.
Well, that's a sure sign she loves you, Clancy.
You're 100 proof right. By the way, that last drink.
Yeah?
Who poured it?
I did.
Who drank it?
You did.
Archie, it's your move.
Okay, Clancy, here you are. Have another one.
Thank you. Say, by the way, would you like to have Christmas dinner with me and Mrs. Officer Clancy?
Well, thank you. I'll be charmed.
We're having a real Christmas dinner. Celery and olives and cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie. And, of course, for the main dish, the old traditional corned beef and cabbage.
What, Clancy, no turkey?
No, it makes the old lady feel too self-conscious. Well, I'll be seeing you, Archie.
Okay, Clancy.
Miss Archie.
Yeah?
The woman in the window.
What about her?
She just walked through the door.
Oh, Eddie, that's Joan Bennett. She just got back from England. Talk that pip-pip British stuff to her, Eddie, Give her a real English welcome, huh?
You give it to her. You hand her with that John Bull than I am.
Well, Joan Bennett, welcome back to the motherland. Did you have a good time over there, Joan?
Wonderful.
Yeah, huh? I bet you felt funny driving on the left side of the road, huh?
Not at all, Archie. You forget I'm from California.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Well, how is England? Has the old place changed much?
Were you ever there?
Was I... Is this damn kidding? Joan, I've been up and down the streets of London so often I still walk cockneyed. Yeah, in fact, to this day I get sinuses if I ain't breathing that Londonderry air.
Well, what did you do over there?
What did I do? Well, the first time I went over to play cricket for Washington and Lee and Perrins.
You played cricket?
Left crick. Yeah, it was a great trip. A little rough, but very pleasant.
What boat did you go on?
Well, naturally on a boat befitting to a man of my caliber.
A tramp steamer?
No, the Queen Mary herself. Great crowd we had on board, too.
A lot of notables?
A lot of notables? You mean besides me?
Yes.
Oh, sure. We had nothing but the upper dregs. The Count of Essex and his wife, the Discount. Lord and Lady Windermere. Lord and Lady Taylor. Lord Byron.
Lord Byron?
Yeah.
He wasn't with Lord Tennyson, was he?
Lord Tennyson. Short and stocky, monocle in one eye, stutters a little.
That's the one.
Marvelous shuffleboard player.
Archie, it happens that Lord Tennyson is dead.
What is that?
Lord Tennyson is dead.
Oh. Well, it was a pretty rough trip. In fact, even I had a slight case of mal de mer. You know, that's French for you can't take it with you. Yeah. But where are my manners here? Oh, Edward.
Yes, sir, my lord.
A crumpet of tiffin and some tea for Miss Bennett.
How many spots?
Tuppence.
How much is that?
That's 12.
You ain't got enough for 12 spots. How about just one big blob?
Well, I guess that sounds all right. Okay with you, Joan?
Yes, with lemon, please, in a saucer.
Saucer? How bourgeois. Have you ever tried it with a putrid mug?
No, this will be my first experience.
Well, I think you'll like it.
Archie, I can see you know all about English dishes.
Oh, sure. In fact, I almost married one. But by that time, they didn't let us fraternize. Say, that's a jolly good one. I must remember to send that into Punch. Yeah, Joan, all this talk about England makes me very neuralgic.
Yes, I'm getting a little sick myself.
Yeah, well, in that case, leave us talk about Hollywood.
All right, leave us talk about Hollywood.
I saw that last picture of yours.
I saw that last picture of yours.
You was great.
Leave us talk about England.
Maybe we better talk about the raffle.
What is all this about the raffle, Archie?
Well, you see, it's Christmas, and there's a lot of people that ain't going to be too happy. You know, people that ain't got the kind of dough that you and me has got. And I thought I'd try to do a little something to brighten things up for them. So I'm raffling off this genuine diamond Tarara. The only thing is the raffle tickets ain't going so good, and we thought that maybe if you'd give the winner a kiss, it'd help things. After all, you kissed that Edward G. Robinson. Wasn't even Christmas either.
All right, Archie, if it's for charity, I'll do it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll put on my most kissable lipstick.
You're gonna do... Holy cat, she's gonna kiss the winner. But what happens? Suppose the raffle is won by some couthless hoodlum. Some guy that would go after her like she was a free lunch. Archie, you've got to save this girl by hook or by crook.
Say, Eddie, if Miss Bennett is going to kiss the winner, I'll buy a couple of those raffle tickets.
Why, sure, Mr. Warrington. Here they are. You know, if Mr. Archie wins and Miss Bennett has to kiss him, I bet she dies laughing.
Oh, boy, I'd like to see that.
Miss Bennett kissing Mr. Archie?
No, Miss Bennett laughing. Because if there's anything I go for, it's a beautiful smile, Ed. In fact, I think everybody goes for a beautiful, sparkling smile. That's why we all should try to keep our smiles as bright and as radiant as can be. That, of course, calls for firm, healthy gums. And that means Ipana toothpaste and gum massage. For Ipana is designed not only to clean your teeth, but with gentle massage to aid in the health of your gums. Ask your dentist.
A national survey shows that 7 out of 10 dentists recommend gum massage. Not only that, but dentists themselves prefer Ipana toothpaste 2-to-1 over any other dentifrice for their own personal use.
So why don't you start using Ipana toothpaste and gum massage yourself? It's easy.
Just brush your teeth with Ipana. And every time you do, put a little extra Ipana on your fingertip and gently massage it on your gums.
So get Ipana for your smile of beauty.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Hello, Duffy. Huh? Oh, the tickets has been going like wild cakes. Yeah. Well, Joan Bennett's going to pull the tickets out of a hat, and in addition, for charity, she's going to kiss the winner. You want 100 tickets, huh? But suppose Mrs. Duffy found out you kissed a movie star. Oh, you'll throw up to her the kiss in New York that she got from Tom Brenneman, huh? Well, is she there? Well, look, you better not let her hear you talking about kissing a strange dame, Duffy, or your name will be Mud. Hello? Hello? So long, Mud. I wonder how I could work out this raffle so that charity begins at home.
All right.
Oh, hello, Finnegan. How many tickets did you sell?
Oh, a bunch of them, Mike. Here's the list of names.
Yeah, Hey, Finnegan, you got nothing but a lot of X's down here. How can we tell who's who?
It's simple, Art. For example, this that chair is Mr. Smith, and this that chair is Mr. Brown.
But how can we tell which is which?
Oh, it's Mr. Brown is the guy with the glass eye.
Well, put all the tickets in this, put the tickets in this derby hat here, Finnegan, and I'll go get Joan Bennett and pick out the winner.
Yeah, okay, Mrs. Finnegan. Put him right here in the hat.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie, I think I'll put my ticket right on top.
You pretty anxious to win so you can get that kiss from Miss Bennett.
Certainly. What kiss?
Didn't you know Miss Bennett's going to kiss the winner?
I knew there was a catch to this raffle.
You don't want to kiss?
Eddie, that stuff stunts your growth. Me, I'd rather blow bubble gum any day.
Bubble gum? Yeah. Mr. Finnegan, ain't you ever heard of the birds and the bees?
Yeah, I heard them. But you give them birds and bees a hunk of bubble gum, and they ain't gonna waste no time kissing either.
Yeah, but what you gonna do? She picked out your ticket.
Well, she won't find it in the hat band.
What?
I'm putting my ticket right inside the hat band, and she'll never find it. No dame is gonna make a chucker out of me.
Well, Joan, all set to pick the ticket out of the hat?
Archie, before I do, may I see the tiara?
The tiara? Well, you talk funny. Well, sure. Here it is. Take a look at it. See? Ever see diamonds like that before?
Only on chandeliers.
Surely you're jesting. This is the kind of stuff you see in Tiffany's window.
Archie, this is the kind of stuff Tiffany's window is made of.
What do you mean?
Well, look at the back of it. It says Woolworth.
That's the name of the owner. Look. I didn't want to let this get out, but this Tarara happens to come from the private collection of the heiress to the Woolworth millions.
But isn't her name Hutton?
Occasionally, yes. Look, Joan, you got no idea what this Tarara is worth.
About 29 cents.
That's where you and me beg to differ.
Archie, don't lie to me.
Well, look. Well, what's the difference what the winner gets? As long as the money goes to a worthy charity.
But the winner will be disappointed.
All right, we'll cover that. So that nobody gets robbed, I'll fix it so I become the winner.
I see. And I give you the kiss.
You see? Nobody loses.
Except me.
Come on, Joan. Will you do it?
But, Archie, with all the tickets in the hat, how will I be able to pick yours?
Look, I got an idea. I'll stick mine inside of the hat band, see? Then you just reach under and pull it out. Okay, Eddie, leave us start the drawing. Prim, Mr. Melnick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joan Bennett will now draw the winning ticket in the raffle sponsored by Honest Archie.
And, folks, I would like to announce that anybody who bought 100 tickets for this raffle has no more chance of winning than a man who bought one. Miss Bennett will now draw the winning ticket out of the inside of the hat. Have you got the winning ticket there, Miss Bennett?
Yes, I have the winning ticket.
And what is the name?
The name is Clifton Finnegan.
Clifton Finnegan?
I was framed.
Finnegan, that rat in wolf's clothing.
Well, I guess I better kiss the winner, Mr. Finnegan.
Now, you lay off of me.
Don't be afraid. Hold still.
Oh, this is terrible.
What?
To think of all the years I've wasted me lips blowing on soup.
What a waste of osculation.
Well, I'm sorry, Archie. I tried.
Oh, well, forget about it, Joan. As long as the dough goes to the poor people.
Well, Archie, as long as that's the way you feel about it, I think you deserve a consolation prize.
You mean?
Hold still.
Hello? Mr. Archie? Say, well, right now he's flying over the Christmas tree.
Mother, you never can tell when your child will come home with a cold. So, for that reason, it's wise to always keep a safe, effective cold relief handy in the house. And that means Minute Rub, a really modern chest rub that brings quick, effective relief to cold discomfort. Just rub Minute Rub on the throat, chest, and back. In a minute, Minute Rub's soothing menthol vapors begin to clear that stuffed-up feeling in the nose and throat. In a minute, Minute Rub starts to bring a feeling of warmth and relief to those tight, sore, aching muscles. And listen, here at last is a chest rub that's greaseless and stainless. Disappears like vanishing cream and can't stain clothes or bed linens. So get a tube of Minute Rub and get relief from that annoying cold misery the modern way. The greaseless, stainless Minute Rub way. It's time now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at the same time next Wednesday. Joan Bennett will soon be seen in the Diana production of The Secret Beyond the Door. Until next Wednesday, then, this is Jimmy Wallington reminding you that for a more sparkling smile, remember Ipana. And for softer, lovelier hands, remember Trouche, the beforehand lotion. Ipana, Trouche. Stay tuned in for Mr. Distant Attorney, which follows immediately
This
over
is NBC,
the
National Broadcasting Company.
Remember, a Hallmark card will best express your perfect taste, your thoughtfulness. The makers of Hallmark greeting cards bring you the true and heartwarming story of a lonely young man's Christmas Eve in a small American town, starring Frank Sinatra. For more than a third of a century, quality has been a habit with the makers of Hallmark cards. They are the kind of cards you can be proud to send, proud to receive. That's why, through the years, Hallmark cards have been America's favorite greeting cards. So if you want to send the very finest, look on the back for the 3 identifying words, a Hallmark card. These 3 words, a Hallmark card, are your assurance of finest quality. They tell your friends you cared enough to send the very best. And now, as usual, here is Richard Culmer, well-known Broadway actor and producer, to preside over tonight's Hallmark program. Mr. Culmer.
Thank you, Tom Shirley, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest tonight is a fairly successful and fortunate young man. He's one of the stars of the MGM Technicolor musical, Till the Clouds Roll By. He has his own radio show on CBS for Old Gold Cigarettes every Wednesday night. He has a voice and a degree of personal charm that has made him the idol of a generation of Americans. And he has at his disposal this evening what I consider to be one of the very finest dramatic scripts that we've ever presented on the Hallmark program. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Sinatra.
Thanks, Dick. And say, I certainly agree with you about tonight's script. And as Crosby might say, Mr. Robert Sloane's sensitive and persuasive treatment of this Reader's Digest narrative is a veritable classic of dramaturgic felicity.
Well, how would you say it, Frank?
Well, I think I'd call it a happy story, and I'm glad it's a true one. I think it proves something pretty wonderful about the American people. There's a kind of warmth here, Dick, a spirit of friendly giving without thought of return that you don't quite find anywhere else. I'm kind of glad you invited me to be on the Hallmark program tonight, Dick, and I'm glad the story is the rich human report of an incident one Christmas Eve in Illinois. There was room for a stranger.
He was sitting on a suitcase in a crowded railroad station, waiting for the gateman to announce his train. He was a Navy flyer just back from overseas, and he was having trouble finding a comfortable position for his leg, the one that was hurt in the crash. He was going to be operated on in 2 days at the Great Lakes Naval Hospital, but you'd never have known it to look at him. He was sitting there smiling like the happiest guy in the world, because it was December 24th, 1943, and he was going to spend Christmas with his girl.
Porter, you got these bags?
Sorry, sir. I'm big.
61? That's us, isn't it, Porter?
Yes, sir. That's us, all right. Here, let me help you up, sir.
No, I can make it. There. Come on, let's get going.
Yes, sir, yes. Oh, here now. Don't pick up your bag, sir. That's what you got me for.
I didn't realize I had it.
You sure is in a powerful hurry to get aboard, sir. I hope you ain't going to make me run.
I'm not running, am I? I just don't want to miss that train.
Yes, sir. She must be awful pretty, sir.
Yeah, she is. I mean, gosh, is it that easy to tell it? I'm thinking about it.
Yes, sir.
We better get going.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Lieutenant Scott, Lieutenant Joel Scott?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm glad I found you. I have a telegram for you.
Telegram?
Yes, sir. Will you sign here, please?
Oh, sure, thanks.
Right.
Want me to go ahead, sir?
No, wait a minute. I better read this first. It might be official and... Oh. It's from my commanding officer.
It ain't bad, is it?
Yeah, kind of. Look, Report to Great Lakes Naval Station noon, December 25th. Sorry, must cancel leave.
December 25th? That's tomorrow, sir.
Yeah. He could have wished me a Merry Christmas.
Corners, Max. Danville Corners.
This cowcatcher stops at them all, don't it?
Yeah, it looks that way.
I generally take a sleeper on this run, but I couldn't get one this time. War, you know, kind of cuts in on a traveling man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was a gunnery sergeant in the last one, but they wouldn't take me for this one somehow. They said I might just well go right on selling baby nipples.
Oh?
Yeah. You, going home for Christmas?
No.
I didn't think you were. I kind of got a glimpse of that telegram you were reading without meaning to, of course, but you read it so many times I couldn't help seeing that part about the hospital.
Oh, that's all right. You don't have to apologize. No secret where I'm going.
What's the matter, son? They're going to do something about your leg?
I don't know what they're going to do. Lots of things, I guess. What difference does it make?
Don't you care?
Well, sure I care. I'm just a little browned off, that's all. I was figuring on spending Christmas with my girl.
Oh. Haven't you seen her yet?
No, not since I got back.
Well, where's she live? I get around the country a lot. Maybe I could look her up and tell her that I...
Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that. She lives in Bellport.
Illinois?
Yeah.
Well, that's not so far from here. It's only about an hour or so from Rockford Junction.
It doesn't do me much good. Where's Rockford Junction?
Well, it's just a couple of stations up the line. We get there about midnight.
What if we do?
Well, let me see now. If you don't have to be at Great Lakes till noon, I think you can make it.
Make what?
Connections. All you have to do is get a train over to Bellport and be back in time to pick up the next local to Great Lakes. And I know there's one about 6 o'clock in the morning because I've been on it.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. Christmas is tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's tonight too, son, after midnight. Now, if you can get over to Bellport and back, you might be able to spend a few hours with her.
At 1 o'clock in the morning?
Why not? I bet she'd be willing to see you any time, especially on Christmas morning. Yeah, I'll look it up in the schedule.
Gee, sure would be kind of nice. I could send her a telegram.
Yes, sir. Here we are right here. Leave Rockford Junction at 12:22. Arrive at Bellport at 1:15 a.m. And you can get the 4:30 back to the main line.
I can? Let me see that.
Sure, it's right here, son, in black and white. You can have a little over 4 hours with her, if she meets you at the station.
Oh, she'd do that all right. The only thing is, I'll have to send her a telegram to the next station.
Danville Corners.
Gosh, I don't have much time to make up my mind, do I?
I didn't know you had to make it up, son.
Well, I don't, but... Say, conductor.
Yes, sir?
Have I got time to stop off here and send a wire?
You better hurry, son. We only stay here a minute.
Well, can't you just,
All right. Put it down on a piece of paper, and I'll give it to the station master myself.
Gee, thanks, conductor. Thanks a million.
Rockford Junction. Here, let me help you with that grip, son.
Oh, I'm all right. I don't need any help, thanks.
Well, take care of yourself, Lieutenant. Merry Christmas.
You bet. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Good.
So long, conductor.
So long, son.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know.
Looking for a cab, sir?
Why, no, thanks.
Well, I don't drive one. I'm the station master. Just wanted to tell you we don't have any taxi cabs here at the junction, but if you need a lift with that bag, I'll be glad to.
Well, thanks a lot, but you see, I'm not staying here tonight. I'm just waiting for the 12:22 to Bellport.
Pardon?
The 12:22 to Bellport. It'll be along any minute, won't it?
Why, are you expecting somebody on it, son?
Oh, no, I'm going to take it myself. Going up to meet my girl.
Oh.
Haven't seen her for a long time, and, well, we'll be together for a couple of hours anyway. Say, it's a great night, isn't it?
Yeah. Only I was just wondering, I've never seen you around these parts before. How'd you know there was a 12:22 to Bellport?
Are you kidding?
No, sir.
Well, it says so right here on the timetable. Here, look.
Well, it's a regular train, all right, but you know it's after midnight, son. Today's Christmas.
What do you mean?
Well, look down here in the fine print. You can see what it says. Trains marked with a star will not run Thanksgiving Day or December 25th.
Gee, it's cold, huh? Where are you taking me? Isn't there a phone in the station?
No, not a payphone. We'll have to go down to Woody's restaurant over here. It's at the end of the platform.
Oh.
And if you get a chance, you ought to try some of that pumpkin pie Woody's got. His missus bakes it herself, and it's pretty...
Yeah. I'll try it right after I make my phone call. Are you sure I can't get a cab or a bus or anything to Bellport tonight?
No, sir, not this late, but I'll tell you what you can do.
What's that?
Have your girl come down, meet you here? There's a train to leave Bellport 1:15, and that one is running tonight.
Oh, gee, I don't know now. That'd be asking an awful lot.
Well, it's up to you, son. This is Woody's place right here.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right. I'm coming in with you for some of that pie. Hiya, Woody.
All right.
Got a young fella here wants to use your phone.
Yeah, sure. Right over here on the wall. On the wall?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you had one in the booth.
In a booth?
Oh, well, I guess it isn't that important. It's just that I'm going to be talking to my girl.
Shucks, son. We won't listen in, but besides, I'm sure there's nothing you could say it wouldn't make decent hearing for other folks.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll have some of that pie, Woody.
Yeah, you bet. Hello? Operator, will you get me Bellport 9613, please?
Here you are, Harry. First Baker's news. Don't make so much noise.
Just a minute, operator. I'll have it for you in a second.
Here, you need some change?
Oh, thanks. I'll pay you back as soon as I get there.
Take your time. It's good pie, Woody.
Hello? Hello, Susan? This is me, honey, Joel. Yeah, I'm over here at Rockford Junction. Did you get my wire? Oh, I'm all right. But listen, baby, this train to Bellport, it isn't running tonight. So I don't think I'll be able to see you. No, not unless you wanted to come over here. Well, there wouldn't be much to do, you know. We'd both be strangers in town and... Well, yes, sure. Yeah, there's a train from Bellport, all right. Oh, hold on a second. I'll find out when it leaves. Say, would you tell me when...
Leaves Bellport at 1:15, gets here at 2:04.
Thank you very much. Hello, Susan. Look, it leaves Bellport at 1:15. But do you think it's all right for you to... Sure, I want to see you. More than anything in the world. No, it isn't that. I just can't talk very well here. The phone's on the wall, and... You will? Gee, that's swell. All right, baby. Look, you bundle up warm now, and I'll meet you at the train. Yeah. And Sue, I don't care who's listening. I love you more than anything in the whole world.
Frank Sinatra will be back in just a moment with the second act of tonight's Hallmark drama from the pages of the Reader's Digest, America's favorite magazine. Now, here's Dick Calmer.
There's something really new, really different in Christmas cards this year. The new Hallmark Gamebird cards designed especially for men. These cards feature 12 different illustrations of America's favorite game birds in their rich, natural color. Each is a faithful reproduction of one of Lynn Bogue Hunt's famous paintings, Game Birds of America. These new Hallmark Game Bird cards really talk a man's language. They're really Christmas cards to send to any man and for every man to send. Masculine as a briar pipe, friendly as a log fire, colorful as all outdoors.
Yes, Dick, they're cards that really talk a man's language. But I would like to make a suggestion to all the wives in our audience. When you're shopping tomorrow, take home one or more portfolios of Gamebird cards for your husband to send to his special friends. He'll think they're wonderful.
Yes, for really new Christmas cards this year, ask your dealer for Hallmark Game Bird cards designed especially for men. Hallmark cards are sold in America's finest shops and stores. Now, back to Frank Sinatra and tonight's Hallmark drama. 10 minutes before the 115 from Bellport pulled into Rockford Junction, Lieutenant Joel Scott was standing on the station platform watching for the beam of light that would tell him his sweetheart's train was arriving. It wasn't exactly the warmest night of the year, but when that light shone down on the tracks, it felt as if somebody had just built a fire under Joel's heart. And when the train ground to a stop and a young lady alighted from the car before the last, he really knew it was Christmas.
Sue! Over here, baby. I'm over here.
No, don't run, darling. I'll come to you. Oh, Joe. Oh, darling, it's so good to see you. So awfully good.
Well, gee, don't cry about it, honey. You'll make me blubber in a moment.
All right, I won't cry. I didn't when you left, and I'm not going to now.
That's a good girl.
Just that you look so different, darling. I wasn't used to seeing you this way.
Well, let's not think about things like that now. It's Christmas, baby, and we're spending it together, part of it anyway.
Oh, the best part.
You bet. Gosh, I never thought we'd make it.
When do you have to leave, Joe?
6:30. 6:31 to be exact. But that's 4 hours from now, and we're going to make those 4 hours seem like a lifetime.
Sure we are. Oh, darling, there's so much to talk about. Where'll we start? Where'll we go?
Well, I don't know. This town's deader than a doornail after 10 o'clock. Do you see any lights on anywhere?
Not on this side. Just street lights.
That's all there is on the other side, too. Gee, I was hoping there might be a dance or something going on, but it certainly doesn't look like it.
Oh, I don't care about dancing. Not tonight. I just want to be with you.
Well, we can't just stand out here in the cold. We've got to find a place to sit down.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, what about the station?
Locked up for the night.
Oh.
The whole town's locked up as far as I can see. I guess we'll have to go back to that broken-down restaurant where I made the call.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's not much, sweetie, but it's about the only place we can keep warm. Do you mind?
Oh, of course not.
Gee, I'm sorry, darling. I really should have realized what we were up against before I asked you to come all the way down here.
Now, don't be silly. I want to go to the restaurant. I'm hungry.
You are?
Why, sure. Come on.
Okay. It's right down here at the end of the... Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Look, the lights are out. Now, that place is closed, too.
Right, mister?
You'll get run over.
Wow, that guy was really gone.
Oh, yes. Oh, they all seem to be going like that on this road. Darling, don't you think we ought to go back to the station instead of trying to hitch a ride? Nobody will stop for us at this time of night.
Yeah, we've got to find a place to eat, honey. You must be nearly starved by now.
Oh, no, I just said that. I'm not really hungry.
Well, I am. Hungry and tired and fed up with this tank town. I never should have brought you down here.
Joe.
I'm sorry, honey. I don't mean to be such a rotten sport, but I wanted everything to be so right for us tonight. And it's all gone just the opposite way.
It's still Christmas, Joe.
Is it? It doesn't feel like Christmas anymore.
Oh, now don't say that, darling.
Well, it doesn't. Not in this godforsaken town. I'll bet you Santa Claus stays away from this place, like that train with a star on it.
Oh, Joel, there's a car coming.
Some Christmas. Can't even find a place to sit down.
Darling, there's a car coming.
Well, let it come. I'm not in the way.
Darling, he's slowing down. Oh, maybe he'll stop for us.
Say that. Ride, mister? Give us a ride?
Sure thing, son. Where are you headed?
Oh, just down the way a little bit. We're looking for a diner so we could get something to eat.
Well, hop in. I'll get you to a diner.
Swell. Come on, Sue.
All right, dear.
Here, let me put that suitcase in back, son.
Thanks a lot. Say, aren't you the man that I said?
Yeah, that's right, son. Harry, station master.
Well, we sure are glad you came along. Say, this is my girl, Harry.
Pleased to meet you.
How'd you do?
I reckon you must think Rockford Junction just about the worst place in the world to come to, ma'am.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, it is. In the middle of the night. Especially for a stranger.
Say, what are you doing, Harry?
Turning around.
What for? Isn't there a diner in the direction you were going?
No.
Oh, well, we didn't mean to take you out of your way.
It's all right. I've got plenty of time.
Now, look, I don't get it. There's a diner right down there, Harry. I can see the light.
Oh, that place is closed.
What's the lights on?
I didn't see any lights.
Well, I did. Hey, what's the idea of turning off the main road? Where are you taking us?
To a diner. Isn't that where you want to go?
Sure, but you'll never find one on a dirt road.
Well, you know I won't. Don't ask so many questions, son. I'm taking a shortcut.
Joel, it's so dark on this road.
Now, don't be afraid, ma'am. Nothing's going to happen to you.
You can say that again, because you're going to pull up right here and let us out.
Keep your seat, son. I ain't going to do anything of the kind.
Now, wait a minute.
Sit down, I said. I'll let you out when I'm good and ready. All right. You can get out right here.
Right where? I thought you said you were taking us to a diner.
Changed my mind. I brought you up to this place instead. You can get a meal in here.
And where?
Right in this house. Come on. There isn't much time.
Joel, do you think we ought...
Come on. You don't have to stay if you don't like the place. I just thought you might enjoy this better than going to a diner. After all, it's Christmas.
Oh, but there aren't any lights on in this house.
Sure there are. Just looks that way because the shades are down. See, there's plenty of light.
Well, I guess it's all right. Come on, Sue.
That's it.
Harry, you got it with you?
Yeah, sure have, Woody. I wouldn't let him get away for all the money in the world, not this time.
Say, what's the big idea?
Merry Christmas, Lieutenant.
Merry
You too, ma'am.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Joel, I don't understand.
Neither do I, darling. Say, what is this, a party?
Sure is, young fella. Party for you and your girl.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, we didn't have much time to get ready, but Woody and I brought some stuff over from the restaurant, so I know we'll all have plenty to eat.
I'll say, got 2 pies and a turkey.
Oh, gosh,
Golly.
That's all right, son. You don't have to say nothing. Just have a good time.
Sure, have a good time. Goodness knows we almost lost you when that fool husband of mine closed up the restaurant.
I had to close it, Martha. I was too busy getting things ready.
Well, don't matter now anyways. Harry saved the day for us, so let's not argue about it.
I should say not.
Come on, let's get some of that.
Come on in the living room, son. Make yourself at home. Come on, Sue. This is your party, and we know you want to be alone, so we ain't going to bother you none.
Darling, look. The whole room's decorated.
Gosh, a Christmas tree and everything.
Well, the folks in town kind of thought you might like a place to celebrate, so we fixed up this one for you. Now go ahead and have a Merry Christmas.
What time is it, Joel?
Oh, don't worry about the time. Don't worry about anything. Harry said he'd let me know when I had to leave for the train.
Well, must be soon now. Do you want to play another record on the Victrola? Dance, Joel?
No, let's just sit here and take it easy.
I love you, darling.
Just like that?
Just like that. And this. What's that, darling? Who's singing?
Early morning carolers, I guess. Gee whiz, all the comforts are home.
Yes, I know. We didn't miss a thing, did we?
No, darling. These people thought of everything. Even the presents under the tree.
Did you see this one? To the officer and his bride-to-be. They didn't even know our names.
Time to go, Joe.
All right, Harry, just another minute. I want to say goodbye.
Sure thing.
Darling, can't I go down to the station with you?
No, I want you to stay here, Sue. Just let me hold your hand for a minute and let me say Merry Christmas the way I want it. Holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. The best town, the best people, and the best Christmas I ever knew.
Thank you, Frank Sinatra, for a wonderful performance.
Ladies, your Hallmark dealer has a Christmas present for you. It's the new Hallmark date book to help you remember all your important dates. If you've had one of these handy reminders in other years, you know how helpful a date book is in keeping your social life well organized. It never lets you forget the anniversaries, birthdays, and all the other dates that are so important to remember. Its 32 pages offer plenty of space for listing all of your relatives and friends and their important days, as well as your full Christmas card list. It has space, too, to jot down your own social engagements, and also dates you particularly want to remember. It sounds like a great big book, but surprisingly, it's small enough to fit neatly into your purse.
You'll want to carry your date book with you all the time, so don't wait. Get your free Hallmark date book tomorrow. Just ask your Hallmark dealer for his gift to you, the 1947 Hallmark date book. Hallmark cards are sold at America's finest shops and stores. Stop in tomorrow and ask for your free 1947 Hallmark date book. Yes, it's free. It's your Hallmark dealer's gift especially for you. You're cordially invited to be with us again next week at the same time for another fine dramatic program brought to you by the makers of Hallmark Greeting Cards, America's favorite greeting cards. If you enjoyed tonight's show, won't you please tell your friends about it and ask them also to tune in for next week's Hallmark program. At that time, you will hear the great and true story of an empire-building doctor who opened the American West for colonization. Our star will be that fine actor of the American stage and the American screen, Walter Abel.
A Stranger was dramatized by Robert Sloan from the Reader's Digest, America's favorite magazine. The Hallmark program was directed by Mark Sloan, with music especially composed by Jack Miller. To be doubly sure of the finest quality, always look in the back of your cards for those three identifying words, a Hallmark card. Remember, a Hallmark card will best express your perfect taste, your thoughtfulness. This is Tom Shirley speaking for the makers of Hallmark greeting cards and wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.